was quick.
That was quick. Bye, everyone.
Okay.
Good night. Enjoy your holiday.
See you next week, guys.
Now, what the hell did I do here? These things are out of order. These things are out of order. No wonder I'm hitting the wrong one. Hang on a second while I fix this.
Okay, stand by, guys. We're going to start it again.
No, I'm not.
Oh, he's not going to start it again.
No, I'm not. Gotta start it again. Instead, we're gonna dance.
I don't think that's it either.
No. Oh, hi. We have a show going on here.
No, we don't. It's all in your mind.
We're in seeing guys in dresses.
Nothing to see here. Move away.
Totally scripted, folks. Totally scripted.
Yes, then we threw a script away.
I meant to do that.
I didn't mean to do that.
Well, that's okay. It's just Doc.
Oh, okay. Whatever. I'm just gonna rename this thing.
Okay.
Big outro. That should do it.
The outro, yes.
That should keep me from hitting that damn thing.
This is how you limp into a broadcast, folks.
Yes.
I know. 6 minutes later, I think. No, what's this from my timer now? What is this now?
It looks like for me, we've only been live for a minute and going live.
Roughly 2 minutes in, and this has been a mess so far.
Well, yeah.
Well,
we can all agree on that. Yeah.
Look at it this way: it's just
no place to go but up.
Better, so don't stress.
Well, those of you who are brave enough to click onto this thing and say, "Oh, let's see what's going on here," well, nothing but a mess. Nothing but a mess. Yeah, but welcome anyway to. Well, yeah, we can do that. I think.
Situation normal.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see who's out there. Ollie Perry is out there.
Ollie Perry.
He thinks we're late like usual.
Late is here.
Late, and things must be bad if people are waiting to see this show.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, so if there's two people out there watching, I guess, if they're still there. But for those of you who are,
bid you welcome.
There's more than that. I can look. There's more than two.
I know. They're supposed. Says there's 9 out there. Like,
yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're the brave ones. They're gonna.
And brave ones. Thank you for showing up.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So anyway,
9.
we're going to entertain you for maybe 3 hours today.
Oh.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I didn't prepare for that.
I know.
I didn't.
I'm not prepared. Oh yeah. By the way, Tim Allen got run over by a lawnmower.
No, I didn't.
So much for the cast introductions.
You're talking to Tim. He looked like he was in trouble there for a minute. I thought, uh-oh. What's going to happen?
Well, it's still the same old Tim we know and love.
Yeah.
Just has less hair. So, anyhow, what do we usually do about this time? Oh, go around and see what everybody
stuff.
Oh, wait a minute. Important news here. Dog needs to go back in a bit.
You want us to do something else until you come back? Talk about whatever.
I got a dog in with me. There's my dog.
Oh, my cats are asleep. Wait for it to storm.
Which dog is that?
That's Ava.
Oh, okay. That's not the one that had the treatments.
No, Brady's down with my wife.
Oh, okay.
That's him, Mark.
That's Brady. I thought Brady was sleeping off his treatments or something.
No, he's doing super well. He's done really well. So
okay. So as I was going to say, let's talk about records.
Okay.
So like,
why would we do that?
Or CDs.
So like Jeff Kendall has how many records to show us?
I have 0, but that could change by.
I have 2 records. I have 2.
Right. Well, Tim Allen, do you have anything to show us?
I pulled some. I did a doc and pulled some things off the shelf, as you say, because
All right.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
have.
Well then,
Okay.
all right then. Well, you may begin.
Oh, okay. I was looking for this last week because we were, and this will start the whole thing that we do every week, but I couldn't find it last week, but I found it this week.
Oh, good. Oh no! What's that?
David Cassidy from Japan. I write the songs.
And he didn't.
But he does it
Before,
now.
well, neither did Barry Manilow. He did it first, I think, before Manilow.
Hmm.
So I thought I'd show that. And while I
Yeah,
was
what?
at it,
I'm sorry, I don't speak Japanese.
and while I was at it, I thought I would show this.
Monkey. Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Japanese.
Still don't.
You're going to be doing this a lot, Doc, if you
I
keep
have a
doing
funny
that.
feeling this is going to be the thing.
So they're on RCA Victor in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
What else have we?
Pre ABBA, Bjorn and Benny. This is a
Ooh.
fantastic song called "My Kind of Girl."
Mhm.
You can speak Japanese.
From Japan.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Japanese.
Yeah. You may have heard of this guy.
Oh, him. Press.
Oh,
Japanese
wow.
single.
From
that's good.
Japan.
Oh, which one is that?
Japanese mix of the song too. It's a different
What
mix.
song is that?
It's Press.
Oh, okay.
But all that other good
I'm
stuff that's on
sorry,
there.
I don't speak Japanese.
Paul McCartney again, Another Day from Japan.
Oh, that'd be a good one to have.
Ooh.
Yeah. Single.
Not Another Day, Oh Woman, Oh Why.
I always liked the B side of that. I thought the B side should have been the A side.
Yeah, it was a hit in Buffalo. And just one more, one of my favorite bands that nobody in America knows about because they never had a hit here, but Dave D. Dozy, Beaky, Mick, and Titch.
Oh, we all know them. What are you talking
And
about?
the A side is okay, but the B side is a song called "He's a Raver," which is really hard to find. I had to find it on a Japanese 45, and I did just recently find it online. Is part of this 1,000 song Freak Beat collection that I downloaded. So He's a Raver was on there. So
I'm gonna name my next dog.
Okay.
I'm gonna name my next dog Titch.
Interesting.
That's it. That's what I got for.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Okay. Moving on.
He's next.
All right.
And I have something I want to show too.
Oh, he came up with something. Okay.
Yeah. Well.
Yep,
Okay.
I got them off the shelf.
So continuing my my ZZ Top collection
Dead top.
because I'm Canadian, eh?
Yeah.
I have Fandango, which was half live. First side is live, second side is studio.
Oh, okay.
It's the one with Tush on it. You see the track listing?
Is that why it's showing them from the back on the back cover? Because Tush is on it.
It's Rhino. It comes, it's the standard Rhino red and black label that they're using these days. And then Tejas, which is Spanish for Texas, in case you didn't know.
Wow.
And there you go.
Lots of information.
Yeah. So these were actually, there's Rhino released a box set of their first 5 albums, and then they've released them separately as well. And I've been buying them separately because the box set is just ungodly expensive. It's gone through the roof, like $600 or something. So I've been picking them up, and I've got 4 of them. The other one I don't have is their 3rd album, Tres Ombre. I don't have that yet.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna track it down. I want to get it in the same release as a Rhino. So
Looks like
I'll
they
find it,
put it
track it down, and we'll get my hands on that. And then I'll have the 5 that were in the box set. But the box sets the prices have just gone crazy on them. So I said, no, I can get them a lot cheaper than that. So so yeah, that's it. That's my 2 new ones for now.
Oh, all right then.
Okay, I
got something.
knew that I pulled something off the shelf as well. I like to collect unusual CDs, and I like the British Invasion groups from the 60s. And this one came out of England. It's called Dreamboats and Petticoats. It's a 3 CD set of the hits from the Small Faces, the Spencer Davis Group, and the Frogs. And there is about 20 songs from each group, all new material. And like I said, I found this off of eBay a couple of months ago. I really enjoyed it. Sounds really well. And if you want to get some more, here are the other artists.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, nice.
It's
All kinds.
more hits, comps, and 3 more British Invasion groups. I really enjoyed this CD so far.
Yeah, I really feel sorry for the Trogs there.
Why?
Hold that back up.
Okay.
Because look at the sizes of them. One is like 3 feet tall, the other is like 6 feet tall.
Yeah, one of them.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Different gene pool.
Must be. Oh, those poor Trogs.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, your turn.
My turn. Run over to the shelf and went eeny, meeny, miny.
Any, mini, money, schmo.
Oh, we have Duran Duran Rio.
Duran.
Duran.
I remember when you got that. You should.
I know it wasn't too long ago, was it?
No,
But I mean, like, just at random.
a couple months ago, wasn't it? You picked that up?
Yeah, I think it was around in March or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Hey, it's random. What can you do?
Now, was that the CD that you said the level of it was low and you had to turn it up?
No, that was 7 in the Ragged Tiger.
Another one. Okay.
Yeah, and then I went and replaced it, and the sound on it was fine.
Great.
So if anybody who wants a 7 in the Ragged Tiger that's low in volume, I still got it over there. Okay. So anyway, we have a couple of things. Matthew Smith's dog's name is Arthur, named after the King, the Kinks song and album, and George Harrison's haircut, and the humorous Dudley Moore movie.
Mm-hmm.
Arthur. Yeah. Do you know Dudley and Billy wasn't available? Apparently not. What's the good word? Oh geez. I got too much of a Rolodex here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just
I'd buy that for $1.
I bet he would.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, now I got to click this over here to get back to. Yes, of course. Certainly. Goes without saying. Can we play the year game? Come on, we've only been on for 13 minutes. So we're not done yet. You know when we're really desperate when I turn the Pac-Man game on. Oh. Yeah. Well, like, stay tuned, we may. Depends on.
That only happens when we fall asleep.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. There are other people here.
Can I pay tribute? Oh, Tim, you did yours. Can I pay tribute to a record today?
All right.
Hi.
You
What?
should be able to tell the difference by the length of our hair, you know.
Yeah.
I heard that from church today, and this came on the radio, Captain Fantastic, the title track.
Oh,
Let's acknowledge this because this is now 50 years old.
yeah, no.
Can you believe it? It is.
75. Yeah.
75. And by then they were giving Elton custom labels because they were making all kinds of money off them. This is my original copy from 75.
Nice. Ooh.
It's in really good shape.
50 years old.
Came with a poster of the album, which I did have hung. You can tell I got Scotch tape there, so that's where I used to attach the tape to hang it on the wall, so it didn't wreck the poster, right? So I put Scotch tape. Anyway, there's the poster.
Oh, poster.
Poster.
Yeah, I used to have that when I was a teenager. Had that on my, and then you got the lyrics book with all the interesting artwork on it and
Oh, it's the deluxe set. Yes.
stuff. Well, it's just how it came. This is just how it came out in '75. This is the swag you got. They used to be really generous with that kind of stuff, and because they were making all kinds of money off Elton, they would do it.
They didn't
right?
charge you for it like today. Today they would charge you like
And this is kind of like, well, it's called scraps. It's just different because it's an autobiographical album, right? It's all about him and Bernie. And so they just all these different things of Elton's past and news clippings and stuff like that. It's a pretty cool little comic on the back.
Whoa.
But anyway, I was listening to it on the radio and they said that this album, when it came out, it hit #1 the very first week it was out, and it stayed in #1 for 7 weeks.
Wow.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, it did very well, and it is. This has got to be one of his better albums in my opinion. Anyway. This is a really solid album. And I think it's kind of the last great one he actually did, to be honest. That's just my opinion, but I don't think he ever got back to this form after that. But that's okay. We got this. That's great. So 50 years old, I think, this month. I think it came out in May of 75.
We are old. Ooh.
We are. Sure are.
Mm. Oh, you got it. Okay.
There you go.
Everybody should have one.
Mhm.
It's a really good album.
Yeah, but when you open it up, where's all that stuff that, oh,
You know, they
I
gypped
don't have
on
any
the
posters.
CD.
Aw. I got cheated.
I
Yeah.
could make really small copies of mine and send it to you.
Yeah, fabulous album. Go get one.
Mhm.
Go get one.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. This is getting his fantastic, Captain Fantastic, and just
There you
like
go.
the Partridge Family. Jeff.
I don't have one. Sorry.
there
Jeff.
you go.
Oh
Next
no.
week. Yeah, next
Oh
week.
no.
Okay.
Let's spend Jeff's money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Paul might know about this. ZZ Top started off as one of 2 American bands that tried to pass themselves off as zombies until they were sued.
Oh, I don't know that. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
Huh. But you can't be the
I don't know how they
zombie.
can
You're
pass
the
themselves off of the zombies. They're blues. They're pretty much blues. I don't know how they would do that.
Yeah, they I mean, they did a Beatles cover.
Yeah.
That
Ah,
I want to hold your hand.
I like the early stuff. Like
Paul
it's-
Rogers.
They start out as the 99th floor.
Mhm.
They were a
Yeah,
garage.
definitely Paul Rogers, Free and Bad
Mhm.
Company. I've been watching. There's actually quite a few
Yeah.
videos out recently on Free, and I watched one the other night on Free and
Yeah.
Bad Company. Both
Mhm.
videos, really good stuff.
mhm.
There's
Yeah.
probably others, but
2 albums with the Firm as well.
Mhm.
yeah, that
Oh,
was
there's
yeah.
many.
Mhm.
There's many. Eric Clapton's been in like 5 bands, and he sang in most of them.
Well, he did an album with Kenny Jones called The Firm, or sorry, the Law,
Mhm.
and it's actually a really good album.
Mhm.
If anybody's heard The Law, laying down the line, he did that with Kenny Jones.
Mhm. I was going to say Donny Osmond.
I'm trying to
I
remember.
think The
his
Firm
first
did
name.
2 albums.
Yeah, 2.
What?
The first one was really good. The second one I didn't care for.
Paul Rogers' first solo album, he did it right after Bad Company. It was like '83. It's called Cut Loose, and he played all the instruments on it. It's basically him.
Mm.
He did the whole album on his own.
Hmm. Aren't Elton's first 5 considered to be the best?
It depends. I like his stuff. My favorite Elton John album is Madman Across the Water. It's just, to me, it's really, it's so unique. Nothing else sounds like that album, and it's just got that real bluesy feel to it. It's a really great album. And I think that was
That
like
was good.
71, right? So it was right as he was climbing the peak. I think he's really started hitting it big with "Don't Shoot Me" on the piano player with Daniel and stuff like that.
And Goodbye Yellow Brick Road was the peak, and then
Yeah, well, that followed. That was the next one.
Yeah, I think for me that was his artistic peak. I know it's not for you, Paul, but for me it is. But he got more popular after Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Yellow Brick Road was the one that actually got him there firmly established as this is the guy. Yeah. And then,
well, I think it started with that, and then he did Caribou, and then Rock of the Westies wasn't that great, but then this is fantastic.
No, but he was still selling tons of albums just because of.
Well, his greatest hits, first volume, the first greatest hits, it was amazing seller. Like people were gobbling that thing up.
Yeah,
but I'd say his early period was his best. Yeah.
John Lennon got his first #1 in America because of Elton John. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Whatever Gets You Through the Night would not have gotten to #1 if Elton John wasn't on it. Just wouldn't.
Needed that push.
But he was that popular.
Corey Taylor from Slipknot and Stone Sour, 2 great bands.
Oh, there's lots of. I can't remember the guy's first name. Brown, the guy from the Left Bank, also was the lead singer in the Stories. He sang Brother Louie after he sang Walk Away Renee. Same guy.
That's the same guy.
Of course, Tony Burrows was the lead singer in 5 bands that all had #1 hits.
I can think of Ian Gillian and David Coverdale were both in Deep Purple and also in other groups as well. David Coverdale.
Yeah, but we're the lead singers. He wants the lead singer. So.
Oh, lead singers. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Coverdale was in Deep Purple and then Whitesnake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, Paul McCartney was the lead singer of the Beatles and Wings.
He was. He was for some of the Beatles songs. He was for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, not every band has a lead singer. That's the other thing. Some bands don't have a lead singer; they share, which is very nice.
Yeah, like Vince Guaraldi. Imagine what that would sound like. Ew. Okay.
I guess you could include Burton Cummings in there because he was the lead singer of the Devrons before he joined the Guess Who.
Well, there's a million. I mean, there's, if you go that route, there's, almost everybody was in more than one band. Almost nobody stayed in the same band.
Now look at this.
By the time they were 12.
I picked up lots of bargains.
Yeah, yeah. But he's amazed, like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. They only had 1 top 40 hit in the UK. Wow.
Yeah, they were amazing. I consider Tom. I've said this before. I consider him the last rock star because he hit just before punk happened and everything changed, and I consider him the last rock star.
They had plenty
of hits. I consider Bono a rock star because Bono was more modern music kind of,
He was kind of new wave. Like U2 was really a new wave band. When they started.
Exactly. And Petty got lumped into that a little in the beginning, but he wasn't. He never was, and So I consider him.
It wasn't his style of music at all.
No.
Yeah. Lennon's collaboration with Elton was a lot more organic than McCartney's with Michael Jackson. For example, McCartney was aiming for a #1 with Jackson. Yes, I can agree with that. Yes. Like on purpose, like hook up with this guy who's the hottest thing in music, and I'll ride his coattails. Yeah.
But it happened because he got a #1 with Stevie Wonder. I think it was a little organic that way. I don't think he would have done it if he didn't work with Stevie Wonder and get a #1. You know.
Yeah, but going with Michael Jackson, yeah, that's a good train to hook up to. Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, because Jackson was at his peak then too. So.
Yeah. By the way, Michael, you should look into buying catalogs and publishing and all that. We know how
By
that
the
turned
way,
out.
this might be controversial, but I've heard Whatever Get You Through the Night before Elton got there, and I prefer that version.
Oh, wow. Oops. He didn't exactly help it then, eh? Huh. Did you guys see the Dylan live doing Garden Party? No, I didn't.
Don't think so. No.
No, I didn't anyway. Since I don't put Bob Dylan in my search, I don't get it.
Is that like Ricky Nelson's Garden Party? Is that the one you're talking about?
I presume that's what he means. Yeah.
Yeah. I did see her hear the new duet with Barbra Streisand and Paul McCartney. It's not bad.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do without it.
It's okay. It's a nice ballad. I think it will be a good, easy listening hit. You know,
it's fine for Barbara. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because
that's the kind of style of music she does. So. Yeah.
She could still sing, which is amazing because she's
in her 80s.
In her 80s, and none of that slur in her voice. Like Dolly has, you know, none of that. It's amazing.
I have to go get my top 40 book because I got top 40 questions coming up.
Okay.
But I wouldn't think Petty had a number one single.
Doc Bibble.
Oh, I don't know. I
can't think of one unless Free Fallin', but I don't even think that did.
Where's Petty? Come on.
That was ubiquitous, but a lot of songs that were ubiquitous weren't that big a hit to me.
Spread over 2 pages. I hate when that happens. Okay.
No, Patty Free Fallin' wouldn't, because it was 79 and singles started declining by then. So they were going by other things then. So when people weren't buying the 45s, unfortunately.
Well,
if Free Fallin' would have come out in like 86, that would have been a number one hit easily.
Okay. Well, was there a number one?
Because people would have still bought the single.
There was. Okay. Well, anyway, there was no number one single, but it lists the top 40 hits. So, how many top 40 hits do you think Tom Petty would have had in America?
In
15?
America?
In America.
Yeah, I guess 15. He's had a lot.
I would say he's had a lot, but 15?
15.
12.
12?
13.
It's like The Price is Right. The answer is 16. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, so that's. Oh, what did you say about Free Fallin'?
What I said is, if it would have come out a few years earlier when people were still buying 45s by the truckload, like 86, it would have been a number one. But I know it wasn't the number one, but it would have been, because that song was ubiquitous. It was everywhere.
Well, it was his second biggest hit.
Okay, yeah, it would have been number one if people were still buying 45s.
Free Fallin'? Is that the one?
Free Fallin' at 7.
Oh yeah,
it did come out as a 45. I bought it, but you know, people weren't buying.
I mean, that's
45.
the one you probably hear most on the radio, at least in my parts.
That's the second biggest hit. The first biggest hit, peaked at number 3, was "Stop Dragging My Heart Around" with Stevie Nicks.
Well, that's because Stevie Nicks was on it. Again, speaking of, you know, hooking up with someone that. But that was organic too. Stevie Nicks would have left Fleetwood Mac to be in the Heartbreakers in a heartbeat, believe it or not. She loved the Heartbreakers.
Mike Campbell was part of Fleetwood Mac thereafter.
No, she loved the Heartbreakers.
Yeah, probably more ways than one.
How many hits did the Doors have? Well, let's spin a few more pages.
About 10.
About 10.
That
sounds like a lot.
How many hits did the Windows have?
Oh no! And it was only like 67 to 71, like 4 years.
They only had like 7 albums, 6 albums. So
I'm gonna guess a dozen hits.
Okay. Well, okay. So we have a dozen, 12.
10.
I'm gonna say 7.
The real answer is 8. Ding, 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 ding. Come on down. Yeah.
Well, I'm
I
just
thought
going by
they
the
had-
number of albums they had, and you know, it's mathematically, it's
Yeah,
not,
but I've got their singles collection. They had like 18 singles or 20 or something.
yeah, but they weren't
singles.
all hits. That's the point.
Yeah, but a lot of them were.
Yeah,
I
7 of
thought
them,
more than 8 were.
or 8 of them.
I thought more than 8 were.
Yeah, I'm just kind of going by what you hear on the radio.
Mm-hmm. Well, from
Yeah, but you don't always hear, that's the thing about radio. There are more forgotten hits that you don't hear than the one that were actually hits.
well,
Way
we were
more.
in the top 40 from 67 through 71.
Yeah.
And they hit number 1 twice.
Let
Yeah.
me get Riders on the Storm was the last one, right?
Was their last top 40 hit.
Mhm.
How did it do? What did it get to?
It peaked at 14.
Jeez, that's not high enough. That should have been a number 1.
But My Fire was number 1. And
Too
then
long. Too long. And
Well, it is long. Yeah, that probably played against it. It is long.
too
So,
long.
What did you say, Jeff?
really.
I said Light My Fire was number 1.
You are correct. You are correct.
Oh yeah, absolutely, it was. Yeah.
I think Hello, I Love You was probably a number 1.
And you are
Okay.
Touch Me was. I bet you Touch Me was pretty high.
Touch Me was like 7.
Pretty high.
No, higher than that.
6?
Higher than that.
I'm gonna say number 1.
3.
No. 3.
3.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember
Yeah.
I saw them singing that on some other show.
Yeah, I remember hearing that all the time on the radio. It was huge.
Yeah, well, 3's pretty darn good.
Yeah, pretty good hit.
Yeah. So
Stronger than
anyway,
Dirt, man. It was stronger than Dirt.
their 8 hits were like starting from June of 67. Light My Fire hit number 1. People Are Strange hit number 12. Love Me 2 Times 25. The Unknown Soldier
Yeah.
39.
Yep.
Hello, I Love You number 1. Touch Me number 3. Love Her Madly 11. And Riders on the Storm 14.
See, I would have thought Break On Through would have been a hit. I would have thought Roadhouse Blues would have been a hit.
Well, maybe it was lower than 40.
Yeah, but that's again, and in the early '80s, Gloria came out as a single, and I thought that would have been a top 40 hit.
More than the Doors, Lee. But anyway, geez.
I have to count the latest one.
The latest one.
That was then, this is now, but that 86. That was,
Oh yeah, that hit number 20. That's everybody knows that.
yeah.
Right.
Okay. No, that's Moody Blues. I guess I passed it. Monkeys. Okay. So how many did the Monkeys have? Did you think?
The Minkies.
Yeah, the Monkeys.
12.
12.
3.
Stop it.
14. 14.
The answer is 12. Ding, 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 ding. You get a $100 bonus. And how many number ones? 3 number ones. Ooh.
How many of those should be credited to the Wrecking Crew, though?
Probably all of them. Yeah. So like the 3 number ones were Last Train to Clarksville, I'm a Believer, and Daydream Believer.
See, that's what I meant. 3 for number 1. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
But
And what
I meant to say that.
a little bit me, a little bit you peaked at number 2.
Yeah.
And Pleasant Valley Sunday peaked at 3. So did Valley.
Did the B-side to Daydream Believer chart going down? Is going down on the top 40?
No.
Okay, because going down got
probably it was in the top 100 somewhere.
Yeah.
The one that I can never believe wasn't a hit.
Where was
for the Monkees is Theme from the Monkees.
Mhm.
That got played on the radio constantly.
What was Stepping Stone? Did that?
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
Top 10.
It peaked at 20.
No, 20. Okay.
See, I think that was probably one of their best songs. I love that song.
But the only
But
B
they
side
were in
that they have
competition with the Raiders. The Raiders
Yeah,
did it too.
yeah,
A lot
the
of
same
singles. So when that happens, people are going to be split and buy both, and so neither one's going to do that well.
They split the vote.
Yep.
Yeah, the only B side that they have listed is like Valerie A side and Tapioca Tundra, the B side. And Tapioca.
Now, I'm sure that one of their B-sides charted it was called Words. It was a B-side of Pleasant Valley Thunder.
Yes,
Well,
you are
again,
correct.
top 100, but not top 40.
Yeah, Words topped out at 11, and Tapioca Tundra topped at 34.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, what else is going on? Oh, Dino wants to know how many hits did Bob Dylan have. Well,
Not too many. Not too many.
I'm
I
going to
was-
say about a
Ross
dozen.
couldn't even look it up.
I'm going to say about a dozen. I think he had more than you think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My page
Like
is
if you play Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits Volume 1, like every one of those had to have been on
so.
the chart somewhere.
Tim says 12. Jeff says
8.
I'm gonna say 15.
somebody is exactly right. It is the contestant who bid 12.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many of those were number one?
None. As far as I know, Dylan's never had a number one hit.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
I think like a Rolling Stone hit number 2,
Yeah,
but
number
it didn't
2,
make
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a Rolling Stone was probably his highest.
Yeah, it hit
Yeah,
two.
Let
But another one
was a top 10, I
I
believe.
wonder why it kept it out at first. Well, I wonder what number 1 was at that point.
let's see, like a Rolling Stone, that was August of 1965. Oh, I think the Beatles might have had something out at that time.
Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on there. It could have been the Stones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could have been Satisfaction for all
Yeah,
you
it
know.
could have been Satisfaction.
Yeah.
Could have been. Well, anyway, his other number 2 was Rainy Day Women. Number 12 and 35.
Mm-hmm.
That peaked
Yeah.
at number
I
12.
wonder what
It
happened to
could
all
have
the
been
other ones.
Help would have been number 1 around then. It could have been the Stones.
Could have been.
A few things
Mhm.
going on.
How big? How long did Lay Lady Lay go? How big a hit was it? There you go.
Oh, I don't think it, because it was more of a country
Yeah.
song.
Hmm.
I don't know how big it went. It didn't even sound
No,
like
but it's top 40. I'm sure it was top 40.
Oh, well, it should have been, but yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't get past into the 40s. So like, it may have charted at 41. Who
I
knows?
love
Yeah.
how he deliberately altered his voice for that. Well, I guess he did it for the whole album.
Yeah.
To give it a country feel to it. I love what he did with his voice.
Where I lived, Lay Lady Lay was on the radio constantly for years. Not just when it was a hit, after it was a hit. They were still playing it constantly.
Yeah.
Dylan's birthday was yesterday. He ate cake. Paul Weller.
Yep. Heard he's 84.
Give him a chance. Oh, you're asking for way too much.
All we are saying.
Come on, man.
Give Dylan a chance.
Give Bob a chance.
Nah. It's Paul Weller's birthday today. Well,
Wow.
happy
Well,
birthday, Paul
Paul
Weller.
Weller.
Okay. So, are we all done with the book stuff, or should I keep this hanging
You
around
might
here?
keep it out for inference. You never know.
Name 10. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Joe needs that clip.
What clip?
Come on, man.
Oh.
So, yeah, but we also have the alternate one though.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, dog.
Mhm. Oh, I don't know.
You need to
I
put a
guess
little
I have a long
translator under
version.
people don't know
Hey,
what
the
he's
next
saying.
one, the next one's another skill testing question.
Yeah, I only think of 3. 10 drummers.
Oh.
That's
This one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Gene Krupa.
Phil
Yeah.
Collins,
Mickey
Roger
Dorlans, Don Henley, Ringo Starr.
Ringo.
Who else? am I
Karen
thinking of?
Debbie Peterson.
Debbie
Mhm.
Peterson. Yeah.
Mm.
Boy, who else you got?
Can you
It's
count
probably-
Meg White? She sang a couple of White Stripe songs.
I don't know. Did somebody say Paul Winchell? No.
Mhm.
Tim, new movie channel name pending. Oh, here we go again.
Did Dave Clark sing? He didn't sing, did he?
No. Mike Smith was
How
the lead
about Gary
singer
Lewis?
of the day.
Oh, Gary Lewis. Gary
Gary
Lewis
Lewis.
was
Okay.
with the boys.
Yes.
All right. We haven't got.
Satisfaction kept Rolling Stone from reaching number 1. Aha.
See, I thought it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought so. I figured that's what it was. Yep.
Everything Off Blood on the Track should have been a hit.
Oh, that's a great album. That really is a great album.
Don Henley, yeah, I do.
We said
Doc is a great drummer and singer. Where'd you get that from?
I don't think who else is a drummer that sings. I know there's
What about Fat Larry?
Levon Helm.
Oh yeah, that's one.
Levon
Yeah,
Helm.
Blood on the Track.
I just learned somebody was actually the drummer the other day and I didn't know it.
This is kind of my Dylan go-to, actually. This is a really good album.
Phil Seymour.
Mm-hmm.
Keith
Who
Moon
was a drummer
sang a
from the White
few.
Chloe band. Phil Seymour.
I mean, Tangled Up in Blue alone is an amazing.
Nigel Olsen, Elton John's drummer, has made albums. He's a singer.
Sandy Nelson.
Sheila
Lily
E.
Rose Larry and the Jack of Hearts, another great tune.
Let's see.
Sheila
Idiot
E.
Wind. I love
Tanya.
Idiot Wind. Idiot Wind. Okay.
You ever get the acoustic version of that album? It's really good.
No, I've never heard it. This is the only one I got.
Yeah, no, they came out
All the
with.
drums you have? Wow.
I don't think it was part of his bootleg series, but it was like that of just the alternate Blood on the Track because he recorded that whole album and then he didn't like it and recorded it again. So they released the first version. It's mostly
Well, it's more
acoustic.
commercial,
He's
that's
wearing a leather jacket with bells or something on the sleeve. Something's on the sleeves, metal buttons or something. And I love the version of Tangled Up in Blue on it, but you can hear the buttons on his coat on his guitar constantly, but I like it. I think it's cool. But yeah.
Okay, I see. It's a different picture on the cover.
Yeah, I forget what they call it, something on the tracks.
It's just called Blood on the Tracks acoustic version.
Oh, I thought it was going to have something else on the tracks, I thought. But anyway, yeah, it's.
I'll have to see if I can find that. I didn't even know about it. Okay, we'll check that out.
Sounds like
I'm going to go look for my copy. Hang on.
Like Tangled Up in Blue, I can just imagine how great that sounds.
Ooh.
Because that's a great song.
I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere. Look it up.
I think Bach, you would even like it.
Who was Beethoven's drummer? Bach.
No, they weren't even from the same. Bach was dead by 100 years.
No, I'm sorry. I can't sing as high as Geddy Lee. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't have a falsetto anymore. So
Yeah.
That would not work. So sorry. Yeah.
Did I imagine it, or was Alex Lifeson and Geddy Lee gonna get together again? And do
I
something?
think they are, unless that was AI.
Mine is called More Blood on the Tracks, and it is part of the bootleg series, volume 14.
Well, I wonder if that's a different album, though. Is it the same album? Maybe it's a different
I
album.
don't know, but it's all Blood on the Track stuff. 11 songs on it.
Ooh,
Oh,
2 record
maybe.
set.
I like his
11
hair.
songs.
Ooh.
Yeah. Don't know.
But this is really good. I like it a lot.
It's all uncharted territory for me. But, yeah.
It's only volume 14. Go
I
buy
like
some
doing
more.
like series. I like a lot of this stuff more than I like the release version.
Lee says the best drummer is Chris Partridge. Which one? There were 2 Chris Partridges. Let me see who we got here. Oh, we've got Jeremy Gilboax. I don't think he's the best. He was too busy biting people's ankles. I don't think he was a very good drummer. No. Honey Landry from the Honeycomb sang. Oh,
No, yeah, she did. She did. That's true. That's true.
Dennis Wilson sang quite a bit.
There was an English singer that not too many people know about. His name was Robert Wyatt, and he was in a group called Soft Machine.
Oh yeah, and I just remembered possibly one of the best voices ever that was a drummer that nobody ever thinks of her as a drummer, Karen Carpenter.
Karen Carpenter. And of course, Levon Helm.
Yeah, I said Levon Helm. I
said Karen Carpenter. Don't you hear me?
Roger Taylor sang.
Yeah, Queen.
Yeah. I'm in love.
He was in love with her car, apparently.
Yeah. Yes. Tim has never heard Pacific Ocean Blue.
Oh, here's a big one. Don Brewer of Grand Funk.
I don't know if I have heard it. I own that on cassette. I don't own it on album, but I own it on cassette. But I don't know if I've ever listened to the whole thing.
Yeah, Peter Criss sang.
Yeah.
Their top charting song.
Did he sing Beth? Was he the one saying Beth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, didn't he sing Hard Luck Woman as well?
Yes.
Sang 2 big hits with him.
I don't think Hard Luck Woman got that high.
Well, it was a top 40, I believe.
I'm not. I have to look that up.
Beth was like a top 10.
I know Beth was a biggie, but
it was a big one.
I don't know about Hard Luck Woman. How far that got?
I don't know.
That started out as the B side of the single and got flipped.
I don't know if you count Keith Moon. He did on a solo album. He didn't with the Who.
Yeah, but no, I would.
He did a couple with the Who actually, but
come on, where's Kiss?
You know the story. He wanted to do a solo album, so they're like, okay, do a single first. So he did a single and of In My Life and Don't Worry Baby and put it out. It was so bad they made him re-record it for the album. So the album version's different, and it's not because they used a different take or something. They made him redo it. It's terrible. I own the single. It's pretty bad.
I'm kind of surprised. Beth never made #1. I thought it did.
No, it didn't. If Kiss had a #1, it was I Was Made for Loving You, but I don't think they did.
According to this book, they have no #1s.
I didn't think they did.
I thought Beth made #1, but it says here 7. That's Lord. But as for Hard Luck Woman, it did get to 15.
Ain't too bad.
Oh well. Alrighty. Okay, that settles that.
I mean, that's pretty good because
that's
the
so
single
hard to
version
find.
of those songs is different than I have the single somewhere. It's even worse than those versions, and that's a pretty bad album. I mean, it really is. It's really kind of horrible.
Okay, so remember that picture in the window, okay?
Yeah.
So when you turn it around.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
It's called The Other Side of the Moon. So what do you expect?
What? Gee.
Don't want to get your channel taken down. So
yeah, really. Thanks a lot, Paul.
Pictures of Keith's butt. Yeah.
The cover is the best part of this album.
Yeah, really.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
no. But like I said, the single is even worse than anything on the album. They made him re-record it. It's bad.
Yeah. Let's get back to the people. You forgot about Mickey Dolenz. Yeah.
No, somebody said
Oh,
Mickey Dolenz.
I mentioned Mickey.
What's Tim going no for?
I think it was the first name I mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Well,
list on Wikipedia. You just got to, or on YouTube. Yeah, Wikipedia.
No, he was mentioned. No, not he's. Although I consider Mickey Dolenz really more of a guitar player than a drummer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would say yes, but he's thought
If he
of.
had his brothers, he would have been playing guitar.
The
Not
Monkeys, he was the drummer, and
Yeah.
he. I think he had the best voice of all the guys.
Oh yes, of course, yeah.
Well, he was a lead singer, despite having a lead singer. He was still the lead singer.
Yeah. Well, he had the right voice for that kind of music. You know, like Davey was good, but it was softer. He had a softer chick.
Yeah.
Davey didn't rock out very well.
No. I mean, he's a good singer too.
Well, he could. He rocked out a couple times. I think he rocks out pretty good on Valerie. And 99 Pounds, which I played for you one day, Paul. 99 Pounds is probably their most rocking tune. And Davey sings it.
That's about how heavy he was. He was about 99 pounds.
Well, that's what 99 Pounds is about. This girl that
him.
weighs 99 pounds. It's a great song. It's a garage rock song. It's recorded probably in one of their first sessions.
But fired her brother about 73.
Great.
I don't know about that, but anyway.
Rick Carpenter. Oh well. Yeah, that's a case of the album cover is better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no question about that. Buy it just for the cover, guys.
Yeah.
Suitable for framing.
The only reason I have it is the record store had it cheap. It might have been in the as-is bin actually, but I picked it up.
I have it on CD too. You know? And the CD, you get the 2 bonus tracks of the single versions of the songs. Yay!
Are you talking about this George Harrison thing here? Which
George Harrison song given to Ringo?
Ringo almost. George.
Oh, what was that? Oh shoot, I just had it.
That's not Photograph, right?
No. It was off of
76. Okay, wait a minute.
Wasn't it off of Rotogravure? Or was it? It wasn't Ringo the Fourth. I think it was off Rotogravure.
I can't think of the name of the song on there.
I can go look at the album, but that's true.
Yeah, I don't know Rotogravure as well as I should.
Oh wait! He says yes.
Yeah.
He says yes. Whatever you say is yes.
I'm cheating. I don't care. Cheating and I don't care. I'm cheating and I don't care.
I'll Still Love You, according to, I think that's right, according to Matt Stickman. Man.
Well, the only song on that album by George was I Still Love You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
somebody's got the information at their fingertips. He's still looking it up. Well, whatever.
I'm just reading about the song. That is the song.
Well, in the meantime, Tim, when is the next Snap Crackle Pop going up?
Hopefully tonight. It should have gone up last night, but I decided to cut my hair instead. So tonight. I haven't mixed it yet. It is narrated. It is done. It hasn't been mixed.
Did you just stick your head in a blender and let the blades go? Is that how that works?
Doc, start cutting your own hair. It takes some time. It's not like a 2-minute job.
Since you got your hair cut, you need to change it to Snip Crackle Pop.
Matthew Smith thinks he paid $2.99 for that Moon record back around '79 or so.
Well, it was a lot of
I'm
money.
sure it was in the cutout
79.
bins. I'm sure it was in the cutout bins.
That was like 4 weeks.
Back then.
That was like 3 weeks allowance for me.
6 weeks, no, 8 weeks allowance.
Well, it makes you feel any better. I probably paid more than that for it when I bought it here a few years ago. So
6 weeks
whatever.
for me.
Sheesh. You know how many lawns you'd have to cut to buy a Keith Moon record?
Oh yeah, quite a few.
0 because I couldn't be bothered.
I couldn't cut
Well, I didn't
lawns.
have it until a few years ago.
I don't know. I used to get $5.
Well, I
We
tell you,
had one of those motorless lawnmowers.
one of my high school buddies had it. We
Burns.
played it
I
one
wasn't
night
mowing
for me.
other people's lawns. Bad enough
He
mowing
played it
mine.
one night for me, and I thought, oh, I'm not buying that. Okay, just you. I'm happy that you bought it. You can have it in your collection. I don't think. I
Oh
want
dear.
it.
What's your favorite Peter Tork solo
Well,
song?
I don't know any, so I don't.
There isn't
I don't
one.
know. I couldn't name one.
What, like Peter Percival's Pet Pig Torque?
He's too much of a folky for me. You know, I'm never.
We don't have
it's
one.
not
Sorry.
It's not my.
Sorry,
my
Peter.
thing.
We don't have a favorite Torque song. Even the best Torque song, Mickey sang it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't even know if I have a favorite Mickey solo song. To
oh,
be honest.
come on.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But it's pre-Monkeys. It's pre-Monkeys.
Pre-Monkeys.
It's my favorite Mickey. Yeah, a song called "Don't Do It," which is fantastic. But it's
I
pre-Monkeys.
like Stepping Stone. I think they did a great job with that.
Yeah, but I'm talking solo. I'm talking after.
Oh,
not
Sunday.
Monkey after.
Hmm.
I don't have a Peter, and I don't have a. Well, Mickey would be "Don't Do It," but it's pre-Monkeys.
I got one Mike solo album,
Mike.
Infinite Rider
Mike?
and the Big Dogma,
Yeah,
and it's pretty
it's
good.
either something from that, but I love Mike's version of different drum though. Mine might be different drum for Mike. I love his version of that. It's so
My
different.
songs McCartney, where he played piano for the Beatles, and well, one is Hey Jude, Lady
Let it
Madonna.
be. Let it
Lady
be.
Madonna is the other one.
Let it be.
Let
Tons.
It Be, Long Winding
Martha, my
Road,
dear,
Or
darling,
I'll buy
Maxwell Silver Hammer.
Darling wasn't a single.
Mhm.
Does he want
Oh,
singles?
they have to be hits.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was the
well, let it
gotta
be
be
Long
fun.
Winding Road.
To be. Mm-hmm. Okay. Quite a few. Summer of '77, a guy down the street got a warning from the city that they were going to fine him because his grass was too high. I told him I would do it for $70. But this is 40 years ago. Thought I was rich. Was 13 at the time. And I guess he actually got the $70.
Wow.
So like
$70 that cut somebody's
$70, he could go to McDonald's for how many times on $70?
Well,
That's
if
a lot.
it was really high, it probably took him all day. I mean,
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he had to rent a harvester. To
Yeah,
do it.
really. He earned it. Stepping Stone was the first pissed off monkey song.
Yeah, you can think of it that way.
Monkey song.
it's not as pissed off as the Raiders, though. The Raiders is more.
How pissed is that? Well, anyway, we better get this out of the way because there's a lot of stupid stuff to.
Good question from the galley here. This is good
Yeah,
stuff.
interesting
Yeah,
stuff.
thank you.
Keep it up, guys. This is great.
Thank you. But we don't even have to guess who the death of the week is, do we? Yeah, it's George Wendt. What else? He's more popular than the Pope, you know. I've seen more stuff about George Wendt in the last few days than I saw when the Pope died.
He went to that big bar stool in the sky.
No! I know, that catchy comedy channel. They're doing Cheers all weekend. So when the Pope died, they didn't put up Pope shows. Totally different stuff. Anyway, R.I.P. George Wendt. Martin Bench, I have most of Nez's solo stuff. Supposedly, he whistled the song, according to the professor of rock.
Oh, him again.
Him again.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was a trick because this artist didn't like the vocals, so he whistled the song, and he had a picture of Nesmith in the corner.
Yeah.
Is it true there was a mistake on one of his album covers and he used whiteout to correct it?
If he did, his mother made money on the usage.
That was a bad joke. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Never mind. You didn't hear nothing. Matthew Smith blew most of that $70 on records. Took the whole weekend to blow that $70. Wow.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it's long, it's gonna.
Wings members. Okay.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Denny Lane.
Yes. Maybe he drums too. No, he's.
Well, Joe English sang a little bit.
Unless you mean Carol Pope. Gurr has something. I've seen him go get something. What do you got?
Oh, Mike.
Oh, the Nesmith dog thing.
Yeah.
My
Cruising is a great song on that one.
This is a really good album, guys. If you never heard it, it's actually really good.
Stuff.
It's a really good album. Came out on Attic.
Well, that's Canadian.
Well, it's Canadian pressing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what label it's on in America. It's not Attic.
Yeah, that's what I'm confused by.
Who's the publisher here? Come on, tell me who did this. That's weird. It's it's the This Record Company.
Okay.
Who doesn't matter. I'll find it. It doesn't say
very
the
label.
Unauthorized. It doesn't say who the publisher was on the label. It just gives also the legal crap. Had to have been a bigger company.
I don't know. When you showed Attic, it kind of threw me.
Yeah, I could go get mine and look, I suppose.
I need my magnifying glass here.
Gee.
Pacific Arts.
Oh, that's his company.
Well, that's his own company. That's his company.
Okay. It's just manufactured by Attic Records Limited, Queen Street, East Toronto, blah, blah, blah.
Martin has that album.
It's RIAA, but that's just...
No, Pacific Arts is his own company, so...
I don't know who the parent company... It doesn't say who the parent company is.
He might have put this record company out as his label. I don't know.
It just says This Record Company. It doesn't say who it is.
Well, whatever.
It's just Attic. That's all I got. Oh, well.
Get yours out.
Good album, though. Pretty darn
Favorite
good album.
David Jones song? Well, probably Dave Dream Believer, I guess, right?
Cruising. That's the song I like. Was Sunset Sam.
Dave Dream Believer is a good one.
Lucy and Ramona in Sunset Sam.
What
There's a
did
video
Wings,
to that, which is pretty funny too. There's a good video to that.
yeah, what did Wings members do before they joined Paul? They starved.
Well, Denny Lane was in the Moody Blues, and then he was in Denny Lane and Balls, and then he joined Paul McCartney.
Linda was the photographer.
Yes.
My copy's missing. I can't find it. Are you talking about that Wings question? I know what pretty much all of them did.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Take it away.
Well, Denny Lane, of course, was the founder of the Moody Blues.
Established.
Linda
was cook of the house.
Yeah. Denny Sewell was a session drummer.
Yeah, that's right. He was. Yeah.
Who am I missing? McCulloch. I'm not sure what McCulloch did.
Henry or Jimmy?
Jimmy, or not Jimmy.
Henry.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Wasn't he in Spooky Tooth?
Yeah, he'd been around. I know he did. He was around.
Yeah, he was just around.
Jimmy McCulloch was in Thunderclap Newman.
Yeah.
He's playing lead guitar on Something in the Air. He was really young then. Because he was young when he was in Wings. Joe English had just been around and had his own band.
Okay, Henry had worked with Joe Cocker.
Okay.
He later played on the Grease Band's Anonymous album. He played on Jesus Christ Superstar. He was with Spooky Tooth. He's got quite a listing here. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure what Jeff Britton did.
There was a karate expert.
I can't think of it. Can't think of the last drummer's name. Why can't I think of his name? But he was a session drummer and had just been working with Elton John a lot before.
He played on Denny Lane's solo album, Japanese Tears.
And then that guy who went to the Beatles convention, Lawrence Juber.
Yeah, Lawrence Juber was a session guy. He'd done tons of stuff.
Played with Ronnie Lane for a couple of albums. He did Marianne Faithfull. He was played on an album of hers. Yeah, he's got quite a listing.
Yeah.
Bottom line, I thought he died sooner than this, but he only died in 2016. I thought it was
no. He was an alcoholic later in life.
Well, that's why I think I thought he had died earlier, but
yeah. I know a guy that ran. He was living in Hawaii. That went to Hawaii and walked into a bar, and there he was, and actually drove him home that night.
Horse walked in the bar. Bartender said, "Why the long face?"
Yeah. But why can't I think of the last drummer's name? But this guy had been working with Elton John, and he'd worked with lots of people. He was a session drummer, but he wasn't doing anything at the moment. And Denny Lane walked into a pub near his house, and there he was, and he knew him. So he bought him a drink, and they started talking. And Denny's like, "Tomorrow night, Paul and Linda are having a party. Why don't you come?" And he's like, "Really?" And then he's like, "Yeah, show up." And he's not telling him anything. But Denny knew Paul was looking for a drummer and knew this guy was good. So he shows up to the party, and Denny introduces him to Paul. And the next day, Paul tries him out. And he's his drummer. And he's like, "What the hell just happened?" You know?
That was in New York City, right? McCartney had already had a studio, or he was building a studio or something. There's a story behind that, but that was in New York City, I think, where they met.
Is this true?
Which the one I'm talking about was in London. No, I'm talking about their last drummer.
Oh no, I was talking about Sewell. Sorry.
Yeah. In New York City, he met Sewell. He had open auditions, and Sewell auditioned in a basement. Paul had rented this like basement and was having open auditions.
Denny
last drummer, Denny introduced him to at a party that he was having. And
Denny Lane walked into a pub after McCartney dissolved Wings, and the bartender said, "Why the long face?"
Now you know who Lawrence Juber's married to. Do you know, Doc?
What?
Who Lawrence Juber's married to?
Who?
Well, her name is Hope. You know what her maiden name is?
Lang.
Schwartz.
Oh, Sherwood Schwartz was.
Yeah, she has a famous dad. Yeah.
Oh, Sherwood Schwartz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nice.
Oh, I thought maybe she was married to Brinsley Schwartz.
I guess the Schwartz was with her.
Yeah. Boy, boy, that's true.
I am Canadian stud muffin. I won't have any levity on my show.
Yeah. Yes.
People love it.
Thank you, Ollie Perry. Steve Holly is the guy that I was trying to
Yes,
think
Steve
of.
Holly.
He's the guy that Denny just walked into a pub. It was right before Christmas or something like that in 78. About turning into
Not if I just
79.
walked into a pub stuff, will you?
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was Christmas of 77. It was. Because Steve Holly played a little bit on he wasn't an official member, but Steve Holly is on London Town a little bit.
Aha.
Lawrence Juber is not.
Look it up.
So it must have been a Christmas of 77 that Denny ran into him.
Oh, it's absolutely true. And I had him sign the book from it. Wow. And he knows Beetle Brad personally, too. Don't think Paul ever had a studio in New York.
No, he rented a basement for just a weekend.
Yeah.
That story's actually on the cover of the Wildlife album. If you read the back cover, it talks all about it. It's right on the cover of the
definitely
Wildlife.
Had something there. I don't know if it was a full studio or not, but
No, it was just a basement. It wasn't a studio. It was just a basement in a building. He rented it for a weekend and had open auditions for a band.
Yeah, for auditions or something. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's where he met Denny Sewell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Fact. Okay. I better get this in too. We got to see what the album of the week is. It's I Poo by 10. Look that up in your local record store.
I have anything to say, I'm going to get shut off again. So I'm just.
Gosh. Paul hasn't lived there for a long time, although I'm sure he has a place there.
Well, they got a place on Long Island. That's where Nancy's from. They've got a place.
Yeah. Not in the city. It's out in up in what you call it. Yeah.
Somewhere on Long Island. That's where Nancy's from.
Yeah. It has a name.
Yeah.
It's a town without a name, where the streets have no name.
It's like Cape something, or it's way up.
Yeah, well, some is
no, yeah. I'd say Back to the Egg was pretty darn good.
No, it wasn't. Back to the Egg sucked.
What? No.
Back to the Egg is my favorite McCartney album, bar none.
No, I really like London Town. I agree that was their last great one.
No, I don't. It's too produced. I like Back.
It's a good album. I like the tracks on it. Yeah, good stuff.
Oh, is this what you mean? The Hamptons?
The Hamptons? No,
yeah, the Hamptons. That's the Hamptons is where McCartney has a house.
Yeah, anyway, that's where Nancy's from. So that's
the place George Costanza tried to drive through and got lost.
Yeah, they ended up the party there or something where. Wasn't that the one where Lorraine was saying the dingoes ate my baby or something?
No, that was the shrinkage episode.
I don't think no, that was different.
No, they were going to go to the Hamptons. They went in separate cars.
Yeah.
George drove too fast. Jerry couldn't follow. George got lost, or was that going to see the Bubble Boy? Oh shit!
That was Bubble Boy.
Oh, that was Never mind. Onward. Anyway. London Town is my favorite, but I can still knock a few songs off.
I like it.
We all had a place in Long Island, New York, Tucson, Arizona, Pasadena, California.
They say apparently Lennon made most of his money from real estate. That's what they say. So I imagine Paul's pretty deep into real estate as well.
Mm-hmm.
Lennon, real estate, and cows.
Oh, yeah. Robert, it's the holiday weekend in the States. Yes, sir.
There you go. We had ours last
Memorial
weekend.
Day weekend. Yep.
course,
Get
right
up-
now, for me, every day is a Saturday except Sunday. But
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true. Then it's
if it wasn't for Doc's show, I wouldn't know what day of week it was.
Back to the Egg is a 37-year-old trying to do punk. I still like it.
No, he's just doing rock and roll. I think
I don't think it's punk. I just never,
No.
that album never did it
New
for me.
wave thing.
that album, I knew it. That album got played on Monday night. It didn't come out till Tuesday, but on Monday night it got played on WAAL. It's the Midnight LP. I taped it. I went to bed listening to it. I listened to it when I got up in the morning. By the end of the day, before I even bought the dang thing, I knew it back to front, cover to cover. I knew the lyrics to every song. I love that album.
See,
I bought it
Robert
after school that day. I went to place called Danny Discount, and I bought Back to the Egg at Danny Discount after school the day it came out.
Yeah. Robert P says daughter and granddaughter are up from Alabama this week. Oh, he's got company. There you go. Sounds like fun. Was the shrinkage bit at the
Yeah, I
Hampton?
think so. Oh, it could have been, yeah.
That's what I think. I think it
That's
was
a different one than the Dingo Ate Your Baby one. That's a whole different.
That was just they were invited to a party and Lelaine was bored and Jerry wouldn't leave, so she
But I
started.
thought that was
singing
on Long Island. I
things
thought
to
that
people.
was where it was.
No, see, the shrinkage bit was when Kramer was catching the lobster. And I don't think there's any lobsters up in the Hamptons.
I don't remember
Right.
Kramer. I just remember George swimming and they were
Oh,
staying
yeah.
at
I was in the pool. I was in the
somebody's
Yeah.
house. I think that's the Hamptons.
But no, Kramer was hauling in the lobster traps. So I don't think there's any lobster traps in the Hamptons. That's up in the
Well, I
mountains.
don't remember them ever going to New England, so like
Well,
ever.
I don't know. Somebody will. Fight Starter. Red Rose Speedway is a great album. No fight here. No fight here.
No,
I
I
like it.
think
I got it for
you
my
were
birthday
great.
that year. That was a birthday. I still have the record. This is my
I
birthday.
think it's great. I mean, I think it could do without Loop.
I don't like Loop.
think
The rest
I
is
think
fine.
it's okay that it's there. I understand why it's there, but I could do without it. But other than that, I think it's great.
Well, it's a pretty good album. It was. I like it better than Wildlife, although I don't
Yes.
mind Wildlife.
Well,
the
like
thing with Red Rose Speedway is it got really overshadowed by Band on the Run, which is unfortunate. There was a very small gap between the two, if I remember correctly.
Well, no, 6 months, something like that.
Yeah, it was a small gap, and so it really did get overshadowed by
7 months.
Band on the Run.
yeah, except for Loop, I like it. Being retired gets away. Can't seem
for
to
me.
sleep.
Red Rose Speedway is it's Paul's version of Abbey Road to me. There's a really long song on it, which is like I Want You, which is Little Lamb Dragonfly, which to me sounds very Abbey Road. Then he does the medley at the end. To me, that's just Paul's Abbey
It
Road.
was like Big Barn Bed. I thought it was a cool song.
The big hit single was called Good Night
My
Tonight.
My Love.
Yeah.
Well, My Love was a big.
Yeah, My Love was number one, but from Back to the Egg was Good Night.
No,
Tonight.
Back to the Egg
was kind of
was not an album. Or Good Night Tonight was not on an album. It was left
My
off
Love was
back.
kind of a sequel to Maybe I'm Amazed. I always put those two together.
Yeah.
Everyone's invited to Robert P's for Puffy Tacos.
Okay.
And of course, people forget, but that's the same year he did Live and Let Die as well. 73. So it came out just after Red Rose Speedway. So Red Rose Speedway overshadowed by a lot. That was it was too bad because it's a solid album.
Well, yeah, that's 73. McCartney had My Love, Live and Let Die, Helen Wheels, and released the Band on the Run album. He didn't have any singles. I don't think any singles were released till 74, but still he had.
Yeah, the album was out though.
a lot of stuff. I mean, in America, there was a single because Howlin' Wheels was a single from Band on the Run in America, but not in most of the world.
Not in Britain.
Which is why people will Band on the Run came out in 73. Why weren't there any singles in 73? Because he already had Howlin' Wheels out as a 45. That's why.
Yeah, and Live and Let Die.
Yeah.
There you go.
Had a medley on every solo album. Really?
No, he didn't. He's only done. I mean, I don't call a few songs snagged a medley. It has to be more than that. I can only think of 2 medleys that he's done.
I can only think of the one on Speedway.
No, there's Memory Almost Full has a medley.
Okay, well,
they're the only 2
that's
I
not
can
one of my
think
favorite albums, so I don't pay much
It's not one of
attention.
mine either, but that's what I can think of is just 2 that I know of. Singing 2 songs together isn't a medley. He's done that a bunch of times.
Yeah, like Admiral Halsey and whatever. That's not
Well,
really.
yeah. You know, Love Awake, Million Miles. You know that whole. But that's not a medley.
You could think of Band on the Run as a medley because it's actually 2 songs. Like if you the beginning and then he breaks into the Band on the Run thing, it's actually 2 different songs. You can think of it that way, but yeah.
Well, it's kind of like 2 unfinished songs that he welded.
He does that a lot. Picasso's Last Words is 2 different songs too.
Yeah.
You know, he does that a lot.
That's Paul McCartney Band drummer, Blair Cunningham.
I haven't heard that Blair Cunningham in years. He was the one with the shiny.
I actually think that I've forgotten his name already. The guy was talking about in 79 might be the best Wings drummer. I've forgotten his name already. I'm going back to the comments to try to find it.
Bottom line is, it's hard to work with Paul McCartney. You're going to stand it for
Steve Holly. I think Steve Holly was a great drummer.
Just station.
That's my favorite Wings lineup is the 79 lineup.
Doesn't he do a medley at the end of Egypt Station? Does it matter? Going Down on Love is an underrated
I don't even
song.
know Egypt Station well enough.
Yeah,
I thought that was in the bonus tracks, but I might be wrong.
I like Walls and Bridges. That's a really good album. I like it as much as I like Imagine, actually.
At this point in time, my least favorite Paul McCartney album is McCartney 2.
Wow.
Well, I'd be okay with a Temporary Secretary.
I like Temporary
Secretary. I think it has some really good songs on it.
I need that.
One of these days,
it's got Waterfall on it, right? That's a pretty song. I'll listen to it before I listen to
Days is great. Summer Days song is just. I think there's a little vocal in it, but if you want to count that as an instrumental, it might be his best instrumental.
I'll listen to McCartney too before I listen to Press to Play.
Yeah.
What a barn.
I did not like Mull of Kintyre.
It was different. I like
it. It's a great song, but it got relegated to a B-side in America, which is shame. Yeah, well, it's never been a huge hit, but it might have been a bigger hit than it was.
I think you understand it as what it is. It's a Scottish folk song, and I think it really works well as that.
But I can see that being big in Britain because everybody could relate to it. But over here,
until fairly recently, I forgot what eclipsed it finally, but Mull of Kintyre was the best-selling single ever in England for 20 or 30 years.
I could see
maybe
that.
longer.
Yeah.
Oh, might have been Elton's "Candle in the Wind." Okay. What song did Julian drum on with his dad?
Oh, that's
My
easy.
My
Yeah,
mother's
yeah.
dead.
No,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
From
yeah,
London Bridges.
yeah.
yeah. Off the Ground is an odd collection of tracks that are often overlong and don't flow together well. I don't like the production much either.
To
Well,
me,
there's a
Off the Ground is just leftovers from Flowers in the Dirt. However, I like it more and more as time goes on, and I like Flowers in the Dirt less and less as time goes on.
Yeah. No, I don't. That's good album.
I think there are some brilliant lyrics on Off the Ground. That there's some in jokes on there, and if you don't know the in joke, you probably think it's a dumb lyric. But if you know the in joke, you're like, okay, this is pretty good.
I got the single to Give Ireland Back to the Irish. I've got that.
Yeah, I've got 2 copies. I've got a reissue, and
Mine's got Shamrock. It's a white label with green shamrocks on it.
Yeah. I've got a black label issue too. McCartney's Black happened.
It got banned.
It did so.
Yeah. Flowers has a place in my heart because I went to 2 concerts that release. Well,
Were they
I went to
McCartney
one.
concerts?
you got money.
That was the first time.
I liked him so much, I went to see him again.
I bought the company.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, like I've said this before, people hate on Off the Ground Biker Like an Icon, but if you understand what it's about, it's actually pretty good. Paul and Linda were in New Orleans, just on a vacation, walking down near the place where the Run Devil Run, that building. They were in that area of town, and Linda sees a camera shop, and she's like, "I want to go in. I've been looking for a Leica, and they might have one." And Paul says, "What's a Leica?" And Linda says, "A Leica is like an icon." And from that, Paul came up with Biker Like an Icon, and I like that. That's really good. That's really intelligent thinking, and that's where Biker Like an Icon comes from. Linda saying a Leica is like an icon. That's where it comes from, and if you know that, it changes the song for you, and you're like, "Hey, this is pretty clever, actually." So yeah,
it's like saying that's been a hard day's night.
Yeah, a Leica is like an icon. That's what Biker Like an Icon is.
Try to make a single LP version of Off the Ground. It's not easy. Biker is on mine as a centerpiece.
Yeah, well, there you go. But Off the Ground was a single album. It might have 15 tracks on it or something, but it is a single album. It's not a double.
Oh, Wingspan, easy. You get more stuff.
I actually like the 2-disc set of Pure McCartney myself. The Wingspan is good too.
Wingspan is fine. Especially when you can buy it for $4 or whatever I bought it for. It was a bargain for me.
I got Wingspan on vinyl here just a few years ago, not that long ago. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I never got it's on CD. It's too loud. It's one of those albums that's fell victim to the loudness wars, and it's just really loud.
That's a shame.
It's too loud, but
according to Jim Kiltner, he, Jesse Ed Davis, and Klaus Vorman each received a letter from John just before his death about putting the Walls and Bridges lineup back together.
Oh, really? Neat.
Wow.
Never got.
Well, maybe he was considering touring.
Yeah, he was. They were mapping out a tour for sure.
So
And then he won. Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing the his next album, and I think he planned on touring after that.
Yeah.
That would have been really cool, but you never know now.
Robert P. is McCartney, still my most listened to album of his next to Band on the Run. Chaos would be next. Okay.
McCartney. Oh, his first album.
I guess. Yeah. I still put in red rose more often than anything. So, oh
I
well.
don't really have a Paul.
That's just me. That's just me.
If I got a Paul go-to, I'd have to say New. I really love that album.
I haven't played that in a while. I did like to. I'll put that on something.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Good time while Gurr is gone to have a run a commercial.
I'm today's new Muriel, the fine cigar. The pleasure that I give is really better by far. I'm today's new Muriel, only a dime. Why don't you pick me up and smoke me sometime? Everybody likes my wrapper, really they do. It's luxury light and it's pleasant for you. I'm today's new Muriel, mellow and ripe. You're gonna like me, friend, I'm just your type. Everywhere I go, they seem to like my shape. Firm and trim and handsome, so easy to take. I'm today's new Muriel, only a dime. Why don't you pick me up and smoke me sometime? Muriel, I'm Muriel Cigar.
Smoke Muriel, the fine cigar.
So if you got a spare dime in your pocket, don't forget to pick up a Muriel cigar. You will love it.
What is Yvonne DiCarlo doing on the Muriel box?
No, it's Marilyn Monroe. No. No, I think it's supposed to be Mae West myself. Anyway, does Ringo have a writing credit with the Beatles? Yes, he does.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
Yes, he has three. He has three.
Yeah. So like
Or wait, maybe more than three. Hang on. Well, maybe it's just three. It's just three. It's just three, I guess.
No, he's not credited for Good Night though.
No.
It's what goes on, flying.
No, four. He has four. He has four.
No, writing credits.
Yes, four. He has four.
And two more.
Oh, flying.
Flying. What goes on? Octopus's Garden and Don't Pass Me By. He has four.
Four.
Oh, Mr. Houston is out there.
Darn it.
Yeah, come on up if you want to, Mr. Toontime.
Time left, yes.
Oh, he has a writing credit for 12 Bar Original? Maybe.
I don't know. If he does, that wasn't in their time, though. So
that was on them.
I'm not really counting that one. Because that wasn't, that wasn't.
That wasn't. No, that wasn't.
Time,
No, all he appearances was 5.
Well, he's counting that probably, and I don't count that because that came out way later. And at the time, they probably might not have given Ringo a writing credit. Who knows?
Well, Robert P. is out to do holiday stuff with his company.
Holiday, Robert. See ya.
Have a good Memorial Day, Robert P. Nice to see you.
Bye, Robert.
Bye. Bye. And Octopus's Garden, and I guess that's as far as that goes. Right? Oh, poor Mr. Toontime he's got back from softball practice and he's whipped and sweaty. That's okay. I'll hold my nose.
It's okay.
And dinner is almost ready. So he's gonna have a barbecue for Memorial Day too, I guess.
Did you know? I've forgotten about this. I've been reading my George Harrison biography, and did you know that there's one McCartney Harrison tune? Everybody always says there isn't, but there actually is.
Oh. Is it still credited like that, or is it like?
Yes.
It is credited like that.
Or as I know, it's still credited that way.
No, of a Lennon Harrison tune.
Yeah, there's a McCartney Harrison tune.
Probably one, probably early days or something.
I don't know.
It's you can find it on Anthology, the first one.
Mm.
Oh,
That's
wow.
the only
We
hint
have
I'll
that
give.
far. Hmm.
In spite of all the danger.
Well, how about
Yep. In spite of all the danger is
Yeah.
McCartney Harrison.
we have a winner?
Yep.
Yeah, because
For you,
the George one was that instrumental from their early days, wasn't it?
Because George came up with the lead guitar solo, and I think he came up with those backing vocals too. So it's McCartney Harrison too.
Hmm. Wow.
Yep.
So
And that's the
that's
first
what I
and
really
last.
went to the credits on the Anthology stuff.
Mhm.
It's too small to read on those CDs. So I never paid much attention to them. So anyhow, hey. Well, where did Gur go to get some food or something?
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
It is a holiday weekend here, so you know.
oh, all right. Okay, so in the meantime, let's look. Oh, oh, George was only credited for a solo.
Mhm.
I think the
That's good.
backing vocals too, because the backing vocals were his idea.
Ah.
And that
Ah.
part of that song.
Okay, he knows. Okay, let's check on some clickbait, shall we?
Okay.
Let's see what we got in my clickbait file.
Ooh.
Here's what really happened between Scott Baio and Aaron Moran.
Now, again, Dave Sundstrom is a real guy. He's got a real channel.
Mhm.
Yeah, but here's what really happened. What?
Well, he's
I never-
probably going to tell you what really happened.
Nothing.
For me,
I don't know what they're getting at. I don't hear any rumors or anything like. I don't get it. So,
well, there was a rumor that they were dating and stuff, and
well, they might have, sure, just no worse than Greg Brady and his Florence Henderson, but
well, yeah, that didn't happen.
all these hot rumors about
That
them.
didn't happen. And that's Dave
I don't
Sundstrom's a good.
I don't know. I said, how long did that sucker last? Where did that go?
Couple of seasons.
Oh, it's only 6 minutes. Well, I suppose we
He's
could.
again. He's not this guy that's going to put up a 50-minute video. I mean, he's not that. That's not
I
him.
hope.
Not his thing.
I hope not, 'cause I'm not going to spend even 6 minutes on it. What else do we got?
Oh.
Her shocking
no.
fact.
I hear you.
Harriet was a dance hall slut.
She was Mrs. She was Mrs. Mandela.
Yes. But what shocking past did she have?
You have to watch the video. Again, it's not long. I defend Dave Sundstrom. I'm sorry, but
Aunt Harriet. She was a bad girl.
I don't care what sordid past Madge Blake had.
Oh, she
it
was
doesn't
just
matter that you don't care.
so wayward. She was just a tramp.
Ooh. Anyway, luckily that's all I got for right now. I still am not going to click on it.
Oh, come on. The latest Rick 90 are way worse than that.
I don't notice him anymore.
Well, stop noticing good people and start noticing actual clickbait news.
There was something on I Love Lucy that you never notice. I'm like, I don't care. Jeez.
You don't have to care. Just because you don't care about something doesn't make it clickbait. If somebody puts up a video, how to make butterscotch cookies with 4 ingredients, Doc Dawkins doesn't care. It doesn't make it clickbait.
It makes you want to click on it.
Well, I beg to differ because in Doc's universe, I think it does.
Yeah. I get all this AI stuff, and click here to see what happened between these two people. And
What's this?
Now,
What's
now,
wrong?
if you wanted to talk about Parlophone's new video today, to me that whole video is nothing but it's a 13-minute advertisement for an AI program. To me that
Oh, that's just because you don't like it. That's all.
stuff,
That's like the thing I got on Facebook yesterday. There was this big breaking news. The family of Willie Nelson would like to, and then it trails off, and you have to click on it to see the rest.
Yeah, it fades out, right? You got
it fades out, and I'm going like, what breaking news about Willie Nelson?
Yeah.
Did he die?
What songs did Paul drum on the White Album? Revolution #9.
Back in the USSR.
Well, there's more than one. There's more than one back in the USSR, but I think he drums on Why Don't We Do It in the Road? I think there's a few that he drums on.
Yeah.
Did he do, I think he did Dear Prudence too, didn't he?
He might have.
That one.
Ringo was gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, the Beatles didn't sit around and do nothing for 2 weeks waiting for him to come back. They kept working,
because Paul said so. Get in here and work.
Because they had an album to do.
They had an album to finish.
Get in here and work. Okay. I'll do the drumming. What did I have for breakfast today? Bacon and eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The Sunday tradition continues, even though I could do it any day of the week, but
hey, I was right.
Ha-ha. Ha-ha.
And back in the USSR.
Glass onion. And back in the USSR and Dear Prudence. Yeah. Okay.
And Revolution #9.
Okay.
And Good Night.
And I already clicked on that.
Rocky Raccoon.
Yeah. Paul drums a lot.
Paul was always a decent drummer. He used to drum. He used to fill in once in a while. He would even drum for the Beatles when they didn't have a drummer sometimes.
Paul's just a really good all-around musician.
Yeah.
He can play anything.
Mm-hmm. He could always play a bit of piano. He could always drum, and he could always play guitar and bass.
He came from a musical family, his dad was a musician, so he picked up a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. He could even do kazoo.
But I'm reading the George book, and they're talking about Paul drumming in the early days. He would fill in when he had to, and
On which White Album track did John play maracas?
Why don't we do it in the road?
I didn't know there was any maracas on there.
That
Bungalow Bill, maybe?
Probably Me and My Monkey song.
Los Paranoias.
No idea.
Maracas.
Oh, boy.
This is what this show has degraded into.
No, that has a lot of cowbell.
I don't think it was John at all. I think it was Tracy Partridge that did it.
Yeah, and the tambourine too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
she might have done some hand claps.
Sexy Sadie, you never know.
He said Los Paranoia. I was right. I was right.
On the White Album.
Well, it's on the Dogs White Album, but no, it was recorded during the session.
Deluxe White Album.
Yeah.
I still say it was Tracy Partridge.
Yeah, phone over there. Well, that was before Partridge.
You don't remember when they did the remix of the White Album, Doc? Are you that senile that you don't remember that?
Let me get it.
Well, you probably didn't buy it.
Listen, that was 7 years ago. That was 7 years ago.
That was 7 years ago. That's a long time.
You get to Doc's age, you don't remember 7 years.
Yeah, you don't remember these things.
Myself, with all the demos. I guess Doc is looking for it.
I thought I had bought it. It's not here.
But it's not you did unless you bought the box set. You know it's on that. It's not on anything else. It's on the box set.
That's another thing that
It's on this.
That's another thing that they ripped the public off. If you wanted to get the Escher sessions as an official canon, you had to buy the box set. They didn't release it separately.
No, you didn't have to buy the white album. They released it with
the 3 CD set.
Yeah. They made it a 3 CD set. So you have the white album, you got the Escher demos.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you're listening, what I was saying is you can't get it on its own. You have to buy it with something else.
But it's not like you had to buy the $200 box set to get it. You didn't. You just had to buy the
but it's still
$35 CD, which
I think they should have released it on its own.
So which one is that?
There you go. That's the white album, or is that your homemade?
That's what we're talking about.
Is that the real one, or is that a homemade one?
No. No. Okay.
Does it have a third disc?
That kind of looks like you traced those.
No.
That would be Russian.
Yeah. I got one of those too. Yeah.
Okay, so the question was about Los Paranoias, eh?
No, it's not on there. It's not. It's a bonus track from the box set.
Yeah, you have to have the box set.
I said that 3 times.
Yeah. And we didn't listen 3 times.
John might have played maracas on Savoy Truffle.
Let's just face it. He played on every song. Okay, every song John was on the maraca. It's deep in the mix, though.
It was mixed badly. You can't hear it. End of While My Guitar Gently Weeps was George saying Paul.
No, that's another myth.
That's a myth.
Yes.
Yeah, I buried Paul. Whatever. I don't know.
Or cranberry sauce, or I'm very full. One of those 3 things.
Well, one of those things. Jeez. Ah, gosh. Okay. Oh, that's it. That's all. Okay.
That's it. That's all. That's
Any
all.
other Beatles question?
I'm trying to think of the name of that National Lampoon album that was all about the Beatles.
Well, they did that. I showed you the magazine cover of that.
Yeah, but no, there's an album, and it's great. There's all these backwards things that all of a sudden you hear, and if you spin it around, you can hear it frontwards. And one was Paul was killed in a bloody car crash. It's very funny. But it has that song with the guy that played the manager of Spinal Tap singing it.
Wow. And it's numbered.
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah, it came out in '98.
Now, supposedly they did nothing to that, but I don't believe it. To me, that sounds way better than the one that came before it.
Well, they all do. But anyway.
Well, yeah, but it's supposed to be the same. It's supposed to be the same masters and discs.
I
never believed it. I always thought, no, it sounds too good.
Bang up job on it. Came with a little black sleeve.
Yeah. No, I always thought that
was
way better.
You got the 4 pictures.
Yeah. Tony's the guy's name. I'm trying to think of what the song's called. It's you ever heard that?
When they even come out the top, see the record giving out a couple. And then you got the second CD's got the White Apple. All right. And of course you get.
I just remembered. Deteriorata is the name of the song. It was a takeoff on Les Crane's Desiderata.
When I first bought this CD, I could read that.
Then you need a magnifying.
Not now.
Yeah.
Marcus wants to know, is Los Paranoias on that?
No,
Right.
this
No.
this is the
No,
White
it's
Album.
only on bootlegs. You can find it on bootlegs, but
Oh, yeah.
it's only on the box set.
No, this is just the standard. It's the 30th anniversary. Now, I always thought this was
Yeah.
strange because I don't think they did this with any of their other albums. They at least
No,
I
they
never saw
didn't.
them. They did it just
They
with the
didn't.
White Album. I thought that was kind of
Yeah.
weird, but anyway, it is what it is.
How about
And I
that?
nearly didn't buy it, and I thought, no, I'm gonna like that someday. Doc Dawkins will be doing a show that I can show this on.
And
So
And
back
it's
in
a-
1998, I bought this knowing that I would use this someday.
I like that they did. I mean, they made it really faithful. You know, I mean, it's a top opener. I mean, they
It's
did a
got the
really
number.
good
I
job
don't
on it.
know. I don't know if the numbers are unique or not, but
I don't think they are. Well, let's find out. What's your number? Hang on.
you know my name. Look up my number.
Oh,
9675309. Just call me Jenny.
No, Los Paranoia is on Anthology.
Well, if you see this
maybe
same
you did
number
have
on
that.
online.
I wasn't finding
No.
it for a second. I was getting worried.
Oh, you
What
got
was
yours,
your
okay.
number?
Mine is 019. Oh, sorry, 0196976.
No, they are. Mine is 0483624
So they are
or
different.
21. I can't see, but
So they are
Right.
different. Oh, that's cool. That's good to know.
Okay. They're different issues.
Come on, focus on that. Zoom in on me.
Okay.
Anyway.
yeah, no,
Oh,
I
that's fine.
loved this when it came out.
So if you find it online, you probably get a different number again, which is neat. Anyway,
Yeah,
it comes with this nice little slip case.
Mhm.
yeah.
Slip case there.
And I still keep mine for some reason in the original plastic it came in. So I've got a slip case and a little plastic thing on it.
Well, that is the slip case, the little plastic.
No, the shrink. I still have the shrink
Oh,
on
the
it.
shrink wrap. Yeah. Well, I still got the QR. That's a sticker. I still have it.
But this never came out in the States. Is yours Canadian or is it?
Yeah, no, I bought it at HMV Canada.
Yeah, it just came out and it just was a UK thing.
Oh, really?
And
Okay.
but yeah, I have one. I think it's great.
But you're right. I mean, it does sound really good.
Yeah. And because I remember I bought it at Borders, and the guy was chiding me for like, why are you buying that? Because they're just charging a lot of money. It's the exact same thing as the other one, and I'm like, I don't think so,
no,
dude.
it's not, because you didn't get the pictures of the
Yeah.
poster.
But the
The
musically,
original wasn't even on Apple, right? The original was on Capitol or Parlophone.
if it is the same discs, then the UK discs were way better than the American disc because this sounds way better than the other one I have.
I don't know about that, what the difference is. But.
So yeah, no, I have.
Yeah, quick question. Is the Lennon estate going to combine Double Fantasy and Milk and Honey or do them separately? They'll do them separately.
Yeah.
There's more money in it that way.
Mhm. Make 2 albums, 2
On those
boxes.
2 albums, I really don't care.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I would do it together if I was them.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah, I think that's.
I'll just take the Yoko stuff off.
Well, they already did that on the one box set they released. They already did that.
Yeah, but now they can combine Milk and Honey stuff on. Make it a total John package.
Well, I did that once. I have it over here somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Well, they did it on this,
Ah.
Yeah.
See?
right? The disc 4 is all Milk and Honey, but it's just the John stuff. I can't even get them out of that stupid box.
Oh, no.
right, here we go.
Stupid box.
Stupid box. Okay, so then I pull out the first one. Okay, so that's the cover with Sean, and then you can see the track list. It's all the John tracks.
It's all John stuff. Huh.
Right. Along with Grow Old With Me, which you
Yeah,
gave.
so that's
Yeah.
double fantasy and milk and honey combined.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess they've done it already. Huh.
So I think that's one of the reasons I bought this, is so that I could just get the John stuff. But
Yeah, how about that?
that's cool.
So
I,
if
think
you
at the
see,
time, I don't think I had any Lennon CDs, if I recall. I think I just had the albums. So
well, they might as well add Men Love Avenue to that.
yeah, you could.
What distracted him?
See, I made a cassette called Single Fantasy.
And what I did for the set list is I just took the first song from first album, first song from second album, second song from first album, second song. And then the last song, of course, is Every Man Has a Woman Who Loves Him.
Yeah.
15 songs.
There you go. That'll work.
I made a cassette called Single Fantasy way back in the day.
Ta-da.
Single Fantasy.
Mine wasn't as good. It didn't have a cover on it, though.
You look perturbed. No, wrong one. The song 1970 by Ringo, is that about John? But oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I hope they're going to play with me.
Yeah, I think so.
What I did on this, and I don't know that anybody else has done, I took the strip versions from the Double Fantasy when it came out as a 2-record set. I used the strip versions, so the songs sound. They all have the same similar sound. It's not like you get a produced song and then an unproduced song. And I use the strip versions. They all have a similar sound.
That was this thing with the milk and honey. It was unfinished.
Tracks. Yeah, but this except for Every Man Has a Woman, they all sound kind of the same.
Yes. Hope you're having yes. Have a barbecue and everything.
Hello, Tejas.
Tejas.
Good.
Can we please play the year game now?
Are we there yet?
Now?
Well, I think there's something else we have to do first before we do that.
Oh,
we have not done this yet.
Oh.
Okay. That's all right. I tried to do it earlier with my David Cassidy single, but it didn't work.
I'm just going to print them out on a piece of 8x11 paper and just show that.
Rick Beato? You mean
it's Beato.
Yeah, well, anyway, he's doing a live stream where he won't go off until he gets 5 million subscribers.
It's going to be a boy.
People should just sit there and not subscribe.
I hope he brought a sandwich.
Keep them up for a week.
Yeah, everybody, if you're subscribed to Rick Beato, go unsubscribe right now.
Go unsubscribe.
It's having the opposite effect.
Is he on right now?
I presume. I don't know.
See, I don't like that kind of thing. You know, I really, if you want to have a contest to get your channel to something, that's one thing. But I'm doing a live stream and I'm not bull. I'll make sure you don't get there.
Jeez. Well, he's having like a telethon of sorts. I have no idea what Rick Beato has for.
He's got 4.99 million subscribers.
Ooh.
Did he swim?
So like start unsubscribing people.
Turn
them off.
Yeah, do it now.
Oh, that's.
I've never watched one of his videos ever, so I can't even.
Yeah, actually, Rick 9G is another one. Like they did. Come on, people, give me subscribers. Come on, come on. Oh, shut up. Lee's picking daisies for soup.
Mhm.
I should try that. I do that twice a week. It never works.
We've done an evening
Oh, he's
stream.
got a count up. He's at 4999112. So he's within 1,000.
Ooh.
Oh, the numbers are going backwards now.
Oh,
Okay, now we're going forward again.
I was gonna say, are people actually watching this?
Oh, yeah, right now he's got.
How long has he been on so far?
He's been
It
on.
usually says stream started, gives a could be for
2 hours ago, and he's got 4,451 people watching.
Ooh.
quite a
It
few.
would be funny if YouTube once in a while will do a scrub and they'll go through every channel and pick out people that haven't watched your channel a long time and they'll just unsubscribe them. That's what they do. That'd be funny if they did that to him right now.
Okay, I got him down in a little window here. I'm watching the count go here. So he's at 132.
Oh, that's what he needs.
He's at 4,999,135.
And the people who are watching him are subscribers. So
He's got like another roughly 850 some to go to get the 5 million.
Oh, geez.
It's not like YouTube sends you a 5 million subscriber button.
We should stay on. We should stay on until Rick hits 5 million.
Oh,
No, we shouldn't.
I don't have enough StreamYard hours to do that. I still got 2 more shows to do this month.
yeah.
So I cannot. So I might fit another hour in, but that's it. So you people out there who are watching, you are warned right now. Another hour of this stuff. What?
No.
Afraid so. The professor of rock taught Rick everything. I'd rather watch Rick Beato than Professor of Rock.
Yeah.
It's educational. Yeah.
Educational.
Education. Well, yeah. I think Rick Beato's more educational than the Professor of Rock. I would say so. Even what's his name? Paul's buddy there.
You're losing it, Doc.
Mark Williamson.
Okay.
Matt, not Mark. Matt.
Oh, Matt.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
Up goes the 60s, yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
commented on Rick here. I said, on a different live stream now. We're staying on until you hit the magic number.
No, he did a good video I saw last night about Chad and Jeremy, the Pop Goes the 60s guy.
You should have ended that with subscribe to Doc Dacus.
Yeah, we want to hit 5 million before Rick does.
Yeah. We've only got 4,900,000.
We can overtake him. Let's just go on other live streams and beg for ourselves. I don't know what channel I watched this past week, but there must have been something that I wanted to know about. And the guy just begged for subscribers the whole video. You know, he begged when he first started. He begged a few more times during the thing. And by the way, if you like what you're seeing, don't forget this. And at the end, another. So I put in the comments, it says, this video wasn't bad, but asking for subscribers was terrible every so often. And then I started to get a lot of likes. You know, so like everybody else must have agreed with me. So like Too much begging.
Well,
Sorry.
people talk about YouTube's encourage people to talk about it because they're AI now. If you say like and subscribe in your video, that little thing comes up on your screen to like and subscribe.
Yeah,
The
I've seen
little
that.
icon thing. If you just say it now, so now everybody says it all the time, so that thing pops up. It's like
Yeah, but to put that in every 3 minutes or something or other is just
yeah, I don't.
So like and subscribe and give likes
I don't know that I've ever asked anybody to like and subscribe on my videos. Maybe at the very end I might, but normally I don't even bother. If you like a video and you like the person, you're gonna subscribe so you can see more. That's just common sense.
But you can subscribe before.
Otherwise you'll forget about them and lose them. So
because I put in the comments that said you don't ask for subscribers, you have to earn them. Like if I like what I see, I'll subscribe. If
I don't mind just saying it once. I don't mind just saying it once, but like I watch these guys from Australia that make things mostly out of
wood girl.
resin. But at the end of every video they'll go, if you like the channel, then hit the subscribe button. And if you like the video, but only if you like it, hit the like button. I like that, but only if you like it. If you don't like it, then don't. But I like that.
But I'm not going to click I like it before I even see it.
And I also like Thoughty too. At the end of some of his videos, he comes on with this thing. He talks about how you can support him on Patreon and stuff like that. But then he's like, but if you can't do that, I completely understand. And a simple like or subscribing is thanks enough. I like that. That's nice. That's the classy way to do that. But a simple like or a subscription is thanks enough. I like that.
Yeah. So all you people watching out there, buy me a Yop.
Oh yeah, you didn't have Yop today. Were you out of Yop or the Yop?
No, I forgot to get it out.
No Yop today, guys.
No, well, I just forgot to get it out. That's all. There's so much preparation to do. I have to decorate.
Okay.
I have to get my partridge family out. I have to pick something out. There's so much to do.
Yes.
Doc has a preparation routine. He calls it Preparation H.
Yeah.
Speaking of preparation, I could do a box set because I haven't been able to do it for the last 2 weeks, and I changed box sets. I just figured that one's so unlucky that I stopped. I got
Are you ready right now?
You're gonna miss out. Sure. This is an odd one. I've never understood this box. This is the 45 box. It's the Beatles.
Yeah, I agree. I never got that one either. That was a weird one.
Beatles 45 box. You open it up, you get a nice picture of the Beatles in this cardboard thing that keeps the singles there. That's all nice. But the box set consists of Ticket to Ride, yes it is. Yeah, why yes, I guess it couldn't go this way too. Ticket to Ride, yes it is.
Yes, it is.
They're on black vinyl. Yellow Submarine, Eleanor Rigby.
Right.
And then no picture sleeve or anything because it didn't have one. Hey Jude Revolution.
Yeah.
And Something Come Together. And that's it. That's your box set. And I don't quite get the point. And you get a poster. You do get a poster.
That is the point.
And surprisingly, there's Beatles on it.
Yeah, so is that the Beatles?
You get the Beatles on a poster.
No, I can't tell you many times I nearly bought that, and I just thought, why?
And you get a 45 adapter in there. Apple 45 adapter.
It's an Apple, it's the center part of the Apple. Yeah.
And that's it. I never understood the whole concept though. Why these 4 singles? two not even in picture sleeves.
Well, yeah, and why was there never a follow up? Because
Yeah,
it
I
didn't
don't.
sell,
I
maybe.
no. To me, I think the Target one came out first. The Target, it wasn't a box set, but it was 4 singles in a box with a T-shirt. And I think this was Apple just playing off of that. But and it is Apple. It is
Yeah,
Apple.
it is an official.
Oh, and it's numbered.
Is it numbered? Yeah, it looks
Oh,
like it's
it's
numbered.
It's numbered.
Yeah, I can't read that. Can you guys read that?
It's 6783.
783.
Oh, but it's just such a weird idea. I mean,
Yeah.
Ticket to Ride, Yellow Submarine, Hey Jude, and something. It's just, I mean, the Target ones were random too, and I guess that's what they were going for. So if you bought the Target singles and this, you got 8, and they're 180 gram singles. They're not that thickness of vinyl. They don't weigh 180 grams. So if they were albums, it would be 180 grams. It's thick. They're nice pressings. So if you bought them all, you'd have 8 singles out of however many they had. But still, it doesn't.
Well, when they released their updated blue box with all the international covers, it kind of renders that one. Moot. Like it's like, why would I buy that?
That and the Target ones, which I did buy too. But Target ones, you got a T-shirt too, and Target ones, I bought most of them on clearance for like 10 or 11 bucks, which isn't bad considering you got a T-shirt and a single. That's actually pretty good.
I nearly bought it. I couldn't understand what the marketing plan was there.
I will tell you the marketing plan for it.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Cash grab.
Yeah, but it didn't work.
Well, that was the whole idea. Put up the merchandise out there. Look.
I don't even remember when or where I got this. I have no memory of acquiring this. I was thinking about it today, and I'm like, don't I have this? And I had to actually go look for it. I doubt I've ever played any of these 45s, mainly because I forget I have one.
Well, there you go. Alan C.
Unmemorable.
Has the answer right there.
It does seem an odd combination of songs. Like, why not do the Apple records?
I
thought it was a record store day item, but it still doesn't make any sense. Just those 4 singles in that box doesn't make any sense.
Because they're dumb. And it's numbered. And it
Well,
was
like I said, they could have done just the Apple singles. That would have been what, 5? And that would have made a certain amount of sense. But the combination,
or do 4 EPs.
Yeah,
put 4 EPs in a box. That at least not everybody has those, and they're not so common. Something. I mean, that's just like I said. They chose 2 singles without picture sleeves. I don't. And the 2 that have picture sleeves are the American picture sleeves, I think. So I don't get it. I don't get any of it.
Rick is up to 336.
Up to?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's how many he needs for.
No, that's that means he's got to get like 600.
By the way, I didn't show anybody. They are the American. They are made to look like the American. I don't know where it was.
Oh, so they're not even UK. That's weird.
No, they're not. They're not UK.
They're Capcom.
It was an American marketing plan then.
Yeah. And
okay.
Mm-hmm.
The apples are American apples too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why won't they put oldies but goldies on CD? What's the reasoning for that?
Well, Past Masters rendered that moot as well. When they did Past Masters, there was no point, right?
Yeah.
No point.
Yeah, that's why it's not really. They kind of took that out of canon and put Magical Mystery Tour into canon at about the same time.
Bad boy on Past Masters, so
I bought
oldies but goldies.
I bought a separate copy of Oldie but Goldies and put it in my blue box with the UK blue box that I put it in there because it's canon, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't put Magical Mystery Tour in, but I put that one in because I had Magical Mystery Tour with the EP set. So I figured, well, I got that covered. Yeah.
All Trump.
Trump S.
There may be more coming to this message. Stay tuned.
Well, maybe it might be. Yeah, could be.
We'll just have to wait.
Possibly.
Ah,
Maybe.
I have a countdown to the year 2000 clock. It's 25 years old, isn't it?
It is.
And not very useful now.
Why would you put mystery tour trucks on past masters?
Well, because they released the CD of.
Yeah, because they made it canon. That's why.
Yeah, it became canon in '76, I believe.
Yeah,
the album.
Yeah.
The album. Yeah, in the UK. Of course, it always was here.
But originally, of course, it wasn't a 2 records it wasn't a 2 CD set. It was a they were separate. They were sold separately.
Yeah, 2 separate CDs. Yeah.
But on vinyl, they weren't. On vinyl, they were sold together. But on CD, they were sold separately.
Yeah.
But they squished the tracks on the vinyl. There's like 10 tracks a side or something. Maybe there's not that many. Maybe there's only like 8 or 9. But they squished it on vinyl.
It's all squished.
Yes.
I'm watching this, and I've got my storm chasers on, watching the storms coming this way.
This is a UK pressing.
Oh yeah,
I've got a US pressing. I think it's fairly rare, the US pressing.
Yeah, so is the UK one. They're not that common because people were buying CDs at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got and I think the other record is Apple. Let me just
and I'd be willing to guess that yours sounds better than mine.
I don't know.
Mine's a US pressing, so hang on.
Yeah. Anyway, it's kind of nice. Yeah, they give you both.
It looks
they are, as Tim says, they are squished.
Pretty squished.
They're squished.
Yeah. They should re-release the Hey Jude album.
They did.
Well, that became canon in '79 in the UK. But I don't think it's been re-released on vinyl.
No, on the CD, yeah.
Look, Tim's got one too.
Oh, look, yours is like mine.
But mine's American.
What?
Mine just came in these plastic sleeves.
Yeah, it's on Capital. Yeah.
There's a little Capital logo.
Yeah.
Purple label.
Yeah.
Which I thought by this time they were using the rainbow, but apparently not.
Well, they were on the vinyl, but
not on this.
Like in Canada, it would be definitely on the rainbow. Like Canada dropped the purple in '83.
I think some of the reissues in '87 were on the rainbow, but this isn't. So I don't know.
Yeah. So you can tell that there's a slight difference. Like this, the UK, it's a different barcode.
Yeah,
it's got this text. Tim doesn't have that, and the UK stuff. I think it says printed England down here somewhere. But otherwise, it's the same. I don't know. I don't know if it would sound any different, Tim. To be honest.
Well, this doesn't sound very good. That's why I said that.
Yeah.
But
I can't. I haven't played this. I think I played this once when I bought it.
The better sounding records, but
I haven't played it since, so I can't really call it.
I found this in a used bookstore in the DC area. I think I paid like $8 for it. I mean, this was a long time ago, but still, even then, this should have been 20, 25 even back then.
I got mine at my usual record store, and look at the cover. It's just mint. It was used, but it's
mine's pretty nice. Mine was used, and I'd never seen it before. My jaw fell. I'm like, this.
Yeah.
I didn't know it came out on vinyl, especially an American copy. My jaw
Exactly.
fell.
Yeah.
I was
No,
like,
I was the
holy
same way.
crap. And I think this is the only one I've ever actually seen in person. American copy is this.
I've never seen this. I've never seen this since I bought it. It's not not easy.
Yeah, it's not
In the wild, they're hard to come by.
Yeah, they are. I don't even know. Like, I wonder what they go for in Discog. They're just going to zip over and see.
I don't know.
Better check
Oh,
that
he's up to 4 weeks from 1978.
Mm-hmm.
Still works great.
Oh my God.
Silly buggers.
I had to sneak that in somehow.
Let's see. What was I looking up now? You made me lose my concentration. What was I looking for?
I don't know. He has a question for him. Trump says to Paul, I will give you all my money for all your albums. What do you say?
Absolutely. I'll just go and buy the albums again. That's kind of like, duh.
You could buy a house with all that money.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I guarantee you I would come up with a much better record collection than the one I have now.
Uh-huh. Yes. You guys have any Whitney Houston? Come on. That's the...
No.
I don't think so.
Short answer, no.
Long answer, no.
Are you kidding me?
For sure.
For the see, it doesn't even list it as UK. It's just got Europe.
Oh.
As the at least on Discog.
So it is hard to come by. Ooh.
Yeah, there weren't that many pressings of it. It was Australia, Yugoslavia. Oh, I want to get one of those. US and Italy. That was it.
Wow.
Well, he said that's what's entered on Discogs. So
Yeah.
That's generally pretty accurate. So we'll go with
Beetle
that.
Brad has them all.
Beetle Brad's here. But yeah, they're not that bad. They're like the cheapest one here is VG Plus 37 pounds.
Heavy.
And then they just kind of go up from there. You can pay as much as one guy's asking 125 pounds, and it's the condition of the sleeve is just VG Plus. So,
Wow.
Here's one that's mint and near mint. It's 130 pounds. So that
probably went down a little bit when they.
Oh, sorry, that's euro. That's euro. That's not pounds. That's euro. That's in Germany.
It probably went down a little bit when they reissued it in like 2011 or whenever they reissued it.
Yeah. But even like, there's not that many copies listed. It's not an easy one to.
No, it's not an easy one to find.
You're gonna pay for it if you want it.
Anyone got any Pretenders?
Of course.
Fortnite. You want me to get up?
I always say they're a band that never did a great or a bad album. I don't know that they're all great, but I would say that they never did a bad album. There's not.
Rick's halfway there. He's at 405 or 505, so he's got another 495.
Good luck, Rick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ed Man, what are we up to? Okay. Look, we've got some Pretenders. This one is Pretender. And we got some Pretenders. Yeah. So, and then we've got some Pretenders.
Yeah, I think that's the one I have. The single. I got it somewhere in there.
Yeah. So, like, anybody got any Pretenders? No.
I have one, I think.
Here's a funky one I bet nobody out there has. It's still sealed.
Ooh.
Oh.
Still sealed. What is this? Full album.
What happened
Album.
to the cover? Did the cat chew on it?
It's on. No, it's concrete. It's broken up concrete. It's pressed on 2 10-inch discs.
Weird.
You're gonna tell me it's pressed on concrete?
No, it's pressed on 2 10-inch discs. I've never opened it, but it says
Why
right
not?
there, album on 2 10-inch discs.
Okay.
I
What
bought
is
this at a record theater in Buffalo on a road trip one day, and it was on sale. It was probably about $20, which is actually pretty good.
What's the significance of the concrete?
The album was just called Break Up the Concrete.
Oh,
So they
okay.
made a concrete slab and they put 2 10-inches in there
Okay.
instead of a full
Weird.
size LP.
I want to get this out.
Interesting. Interesting marketing.
Interesting, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's cool. I always like die cut records. They're cool. Like the Raspberries one. I like. It was
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it was cool.
Mm,
It was a
you gotta-
fresh raspberries. Wasn't that the one?
Yeah. No, side 3. Side 3 is their die
That's right.
cut.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That was the third album. Yeah.
Yeah. I got another interesting one if I can find it.
Okay.
Remember the one by Traffic that was cut on an angle? It was kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah, I
The
remember.
low spark of high heel boys.
yeah. And of course, Grand Funk's E Pluribus Funk was the,
Yeah, the coin.
It's a
yeah.
coin. Yeah.
and then the Stones with the octagon and
Mm-hmm.
Grand Funk.
Now, was that the album that had We're the American Band?
No, it was one 2 albums before that.
Okay, because I bought the single of We're.
It's a good album. I really like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Anybody out there familiar with this?
What?
Squeeze. They're squeezing it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, I like that. That's really neat.
This is a 10-inch EP with like some rarities on it. It's got a really good version of Goodbye Girl from the BBC on it.
Nice.
It's another 10-inch. Not a
Pretty
full
clever.
album.
That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, another 10-inch. This is one you don't see every day either.
I've never seen it in my life.
No, it's a pretty cool thing.
Ooh,
I've had this a long time.
probably worth lots of money.
I don't know, but yeah, Squeeze.
How about that?
They're squeezing it. It's a joke.
Please don't squeeze the squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yep.
How about that?
I'd buy that for a silver,
Okay, there
for
it
a
is.
silver dollar.
I'd buy that for $1.
For a silver dollar. So this Foot Stomp of Music, I think, was that a single?
Yes.
Anyway, they got that. Upsetters on this. Icon Tumbling. This is a really good album. Now you can see my inner sleeve sticking out the.
What?
Well, it didn't come with a proper inner sleeve, but it did come with a little
Ooh.
Oh, those. Okay.
thing with the lyrics and
Have to
stuff.
be round too.
And then they were given custom labels at that point as well. So you got Capital custom labels. Yeah. That's a good album. It came out in '72. So they had Phoenix after this, and then they did We're an American Band after that one.
Okay.
This was, I guess, their 5th album. I think it was number 5 for them.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5. I think it was 5. I'm not sure about that.
5. Number 5.
1, 2. Yeah, it came out after Survival, or whatever that was called. I think it was number 5.
Mm-hmm. That is correct, Mr. Whip.
Yeah, that was a cool packaging job. It's so shiny. It's very shiny.
Yes, it's blinding.
I buy that for a silver dollar.
Yes. Hmm. We're having problems here. There's some sort of.
Flip the coin, call it heads or tails.
Yeah, I know. We have technical difficulties. What's going on?
There we are. Snip, crackle, pop.
Oh.
Oh, we're at 6:23, 24, 25.
Oh,
Unsubscribe. Go to Rick Beato and unsubscribe. Do it now. It's important.
The anti-Ricky had
370 away.
Ooh. And it doesn't say how long he's been on?
Yeah. Well, it was 2 hours when I first started watching. So what do we got now?
Like how
Still
long?
showing 2 hours because he's under 3.
You won't get off until 5 million.
And he's at 641 now.
Hmm.
Yeah, the numbers are starting to roll by quick now. Like they slowed there for a while. Now they're coming up pretty fast. Oh, no, there's a bit of.
Maybe people want him off. Like, okay, get off. Stop this crazy thing.
It's always like that. And of course, the Stones did Through the Past Darkly, which was pretty cool.
That's one of my favorite Stones comics.
I was thinking after I showed that squeeze, A&M dabbled quite a bit with the 10-inch in the late 70s. They put out Joe Jackson's second album on 2 10-inches. I think they put out the second Police album on 2 10-inch discs. They put out lots of 10-inch samplers of artists. They put out that Police Badge, which is a picture disc single that was 10 inches, and they were having like this little love affair with the 10-inch back then.
So the U.S. Through the Past Darkly is a different track list than the U.K. version. There's a couple of songs that are different.
Oh.
But
it has the Mother's Little Helper.
Well, the UK probably has 14.
No, I don't think so. Let me see if
I
think I've got both. Let me see if I can find them here.
America always had 12.
Yeah.
Or 11.
Let's save some tracks for
10 if you were in the Dave Clark 5.
American record companies are like that. Yeah, they are.
Well, no. There's our copyright laws are different. There was a reason. It wasn't just for no reason. It was.
So this is
America. They charge for,
now I think this is the American version because it's on London.
Yeah, I had one of those.
So, and I think this is my. Oh, maybe not. Thought I had one on clear vinyl. Maybe that's the other one I got here. Okay, hang on. So yeah, it's on London.
I've got one on light blue vinyl. I think it is.
I think the let's see here. I'm just trying to compare the track list. So it's get out of the way. Maybe I got 2 copies of the same one here. Hang on. We got. No, these are the same. So that whatever I got. Oh, this is just a reissue of the same, and I think this is the U.S. version. It's another one of those I bought with it. There was no record in it.
Ooh,
just
shocker.
But at least they gave you the right shape of the sleeve.
Yeah.
And then they put it inside a paper one.
Now you got an extra.
Yeah,
for the other one.
I walked into FYE one day and they had a lot of their records were like on clearance, and I bought 2 or 3 Stones albums for like $10 a piece, new pressings, and I brought them home and they were all on clear vinyl. I was pretty happy.
They've done quite a few of those actually. They've got a lot of them.
But they're only $10 a piece. I'm like, this is really good. They might have even been cheaper than that. They might have been $7.50. They were cheap, and I was like, holy crap. Didn't know they were on clear vinyl. Had no idea. Didn't say anywhere on it that it would be on clear
And they
vinyl.
didn't know either. So like they let it go for bargain price.
No, they FYE does they still do that to this day, even though they're barely hanging on as a company. They still, I mean, the last good record haul I got was FYE stuff for between $5 and $10. You know, brand new album.
So this is the Decca one. It came in my stereo box set.
English one.
Okay. And I think the track list here is different. Let me see. The UK one has She's a Rainbow and We Love You on it. Whereas, it's got You Better Move On. Actually, it's quite a bit different. It's quite a bit different here. Yeah, I'll just put the two of them up and you can see gonna get this so you can see the two.
Wait a minute. One of them has a picture of Aerosmith on it.
I can't really show it. It's not coming up, but there's the track list there. And that's the US version of it. Okay. And then the UK version has got quite a few differences in the track list.
Stereo box.
More toward the bottom section. Yeah. There's like three or four songs that are different.
Huh. Well.
Not that matters a heck of a lot, but I just like the album because it had Honky Tonk Woman and Jumpin' Jack Flash on it, right? So.
Fascinating.
And of course, this I think this is the first thing to come out after Brian Jones died.
Now can we play the year game?
Are we there yet?
Well, we're starting to run out of time, you know.
Yeah, it's there's a dedication to Brian Jones on this.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Came out. This I think was the first thing they released after he died. So it was before Get Your Yayas Out. Anyway, there you go. I don't know why I have. I know I have two copies because one of them's on clear vinyl. I thought that's cool. I'll buy that.
Is the Canadian any different than the UK or American?
No, it's the same as the US. Because I think this one is Canadian.
I don't do fat caps anymore.
I think I don't have a Canadian. I know the Canadian.
I don't have the technology to do a fat cap. When was the last time I did sock hop? Like
It was
2022.
last year, a couple years ago.
I don't know, but I don't have the technology like Stephen Schnee or anyone.
You did it when Stephen Schnee wasn't doing Ski Lodge.
Yeah,
He probably was.
Yeah.
One of these days, I got to see if I could actually stream live again. I don't know if I can or can't. Good chance I can't.
Because I had to play it through speakers to. It just sucked. Cute idea, but I didn't have the
It was
way to
okay.
do it right. So
The thing with doing it is you need an old thing so that it doesn't suppress the sound. New computers will compress the sound, which is why I need my laptop, but I can't get my laptop to recognize my Facebook page, and I can't get into StreamYard without Facebook, but that's my problem. And you need to play it loud. You need to have it really near the speakers and to play it loud. And because I've been told, I never listen. I've been told mine sounds okay. It doesn't sound great, but it sounds okay. And it does because it's loud.
Boy, he's really shot up. He's at 810 now.
woohoo! People want him off the air. Let's get
Got
him.
less than 200 to go before the.
When Ronnie Wood passes away, will Keith and Mick go out as a duo, sitting on stools at a dive bar?
They'll keep going as long as Mick and Keith want to do it. I think that's the whole thing with them. Oh, he just went backwards.
Good.
Oh no! Oh,
Just
back
by
and forth, back and forth. We're keeping
Yeah.
an eye on Rick Beato's subscriber count.
He's going like this now. It's good.
Yeah, but YouTube does that though, because when you have a channel and you're coming near to an amount that's like a bunch of zeros, you think, oh, I just need 3 more subscribers to hit 1,000, and all of a sudden you drop, and they'll go up and you'll drop, and you're just like, what happened? You know, like I was just about to hit 1,000, and
So this will probably he'll probably hit it before we're off air here. So he's at 837 now. Be kind of exciting. Anyway,
is he eating?
huh?
Is he eating, or is he just being, you know?
I don't know. I think he's just playing music and talking about it.
Milestones are hard to hit on YouTube.
850.
That's what he needs to do to get to his 5 million. He needs to get James up there eating his dinner. That'll get him there.
That'll chase them away.
Talking about what movie star he has hanging in his bathroom.
Yeah. Is he giving away a prize?
I don't know. I haven't been listening. I've just been watching.
Not.
Oh. He's just there.
I don't know, man. If anybody deserves 5 million, Rick Beato does. He does a good job.
Yeah.
But
not Rick G. No.
I'm surprised he doesn't have it already, to be honest. Anyway. I wonder if he gets anything from YouTube for that.
I don't think you do. I think 1 million is as high as they go. After 1 million, okay, you're good.
No, you get one of those plaque things.
You already got. You get one at like 500,000 or 100,000, I think, and then 1 million, and then that's it.
I think the gold one or brass one is for 100,000. Then you get a silver one, which is
and that's it. I don't think you get anything else. And they're smaller now. They used to be big. Now they're smaller.
Well, they cost too much.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't looked at mine in a while. I can't tell you.
Well, yeah, but other channels have the magic touch that.
He uses the right equipment. Like
I don't
Spin sounds good. It sounds good because he got the right stuff to do it. I don't.
I find it's all about the lighting. Like the lighting is the big difference. These guys are, the lighting is just perfect, and they got the right lighting for the background and the forward, everything. It looks like a television production, right?
Johnny G's streams sound good too. I don't know what he uses, but his streams.
Yeah, I think Gramps is in stereo.
Oh, 900. He's got 100 to go.
Ooh. Oh, wow. He's got like 17 minutes to get to 5 million before I have to give up.
Johnny G's is in mono, but I don't think he's ever played a stereo record on his program. So that might explain that.
Getting the levels right is not part of it. Because even Steve Schnee kind of, like, do you hear me right? Is it too loud?
I forget what he does now. He runs it through something like a film program or something to get it to sound right.
Well, it's also pre-recorded.
Yeah, you're right about the OBS.
Yeah, but he's running it through something to get because it didn't used to sound that good. And somebody told him if you run it through this, then that's what he does.
Well, I don't care how good your camera is. If you don't have the lighting set up right, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I've watched, like when I was messing around with green screen, I think, Doc, I told you, because I was sort of coaching you a bit on it. It's all about, I watched all kinds of videos on green screen lighting and all this sort of stuff. And I got 5 different lights now that I use for setting up my green screen and all that sort of stuff. And it makes a difference. The lighting is really a big part of it. I haven't done it in a while, but I've got it. I got my green screen hanging from my garage ceiling. So, and I just unroll it, just pull it down, and there it is. And I got my lights set up in there so I could just swing my lights down, and there they are.
Why can you not get to Schneelodge anymore? Why is that?
Can't get to it.
It's there.
Is it snowed in? Did they not plow the roads?
Yeah, I don't understand why. I've never used a green screen. I don't understand why you would.
You missed the Beatles clock set, and you missed the Through the Past Darkly. There you go.
Yeah, and E Pluribus Funk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have another meatball.
Yeah. And we went through the entire career of Donny
Roll
Osmond.
it up faster, guys. He's hitting 940.
Ooh.
Almost. Here we go, 943.
Wow.
Yeah, it's starting to just spin by now. That's pretty cool. 958. Oh,
Let's go to the tote board.
you should go to his channel. You should show his stream.
Is he gonna flash us all or something when he gets there?
Wow, I don't think Rick would. No, probably not.
Oh, see, Ollie has to sleep at night nowadays.
Okay.
Yeah, so when Ski Lodge is on here, it's probably like the middle of the night over in the UK. So.
Well, you can always listen though. You can always go to
You gotta get up at 3 in the morning and turn it on.
Well, you can listen on Mixcloud anytime you want. You can at least do
That's
that if you want.
That's true. But what you miss is the comedy King of the Night. They're
We are at 985.
Where?
985.
Wow. Is this going to be like New Year's Eve where we just, yay?
Can you guys hear that?
Matthew Smith has those albums.
That's Rick talking there. 997, 98, 99. There we go.
Hey! Get that guy out of here. He's finally done it.
Oh, his daughter's there.
Hmm.
Cool.
Wow.
Well, he keeps going. He's already at 5,056,000.
See, you know what I would do? See, I'm such a prick. If I have the ego to do that sort of thing, you know what I would do? The second it hit 5 million, I would just end the stream. I'd be gone. Because I said I'm staying on until I hit 5 million. As soon as I hit 5 million, the second I wouldn't thank anybody or anything. I would just hit the button and be gone.
I just cancel my channel and start over.
Thank you. Good night.
Wow, that's pretty cool. You got to admit, that's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I'll bet you have 5 million subs. You make quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
For YouTube.
So
Not
Rick
as much as
Beato,
he is, but yeah, he's doing all right.
yeah. So Rick Beato has hit 5 million subs. How many?
All right, get up! Yeah!
I'm happy for him. That's great. Love it.
Speaking of get out, we didn't get Jorgen today. Where's Jorgen?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Huh?
Yeah, I know I'm right. my memory's good enough to remember who's been here.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Keeps going. He's already at 281 over 5 million.
Well, why stop now?
Why stop now? Yeah, he's well on the way to 6 million.
Let's go for 6.
That's pretty cool.
Come on, people.
I like it. Hey, that's worth celebrating in a big way. There you go. Okay, that's
Right.
Such diversity among the albums, too.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I get like 15 people watching. Wow.
Well, yeah, but they're all over subscribing to Rick Beato. See, without us, he wouldn't have done it. It was us.
Probably because we're advertising for him.
With us talking about it, that's what put him over the edge.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have to be positive. It can be negative, and that still works.
I need to be at Rick.
And just for the record, I have nothing against Rick Beato. I would never go on in a stream saying like me. Let's say I go on and I've hit 1,300 subs. I'm not leaving till I have 1,500 subs. I would never do that. To me, that just seems arrogant.
Well, that's because you'd be there all week.
Well, yeah, I would be. But even if I had that, I just think I wouldn't do that.
Well, it shows you how popular he is, right? I imagine a lot of people watch him without subscribing. So,
well, there are some channels out there. I watch the Try channel. I don't know if any of you guys know. They're Irish people that try things, different foods and stuff mostly, but they try other things too. They're very funny. Most of them are comedians. That's what they do for a living. And the girls are all gorgeous on there too. But anyway, they do live streams sometimes. And a couple of years ago, I watched them do a live stream. And they couldn't even keep up with the donations that people were making.
Ooh.
I'll bet you just in this 3-hour live stream they did, I'll bet you minimally they got $10,000 and it was probably more like 50. In like 3 hours, just people giving them money. I was like, oh my God. This is they couldn't keep up with it. It's like
People would be sleeping before the 1 minute mark. That'll never work. Where are these gorgeous girls?
where is my beautiful house? Where is my new car?
The Try channel. Check out the Try channel. Is like probably my favorite channel on YouTube, to be honest.
This is not my beautiful house.
And their videos are always like 12 minutes long in general.
This is not my beautiful wife. How did I get here?
Great videos.
All right. What else can we do in the last 12 minutes?
Yeah. Or less than that. We're down to like 8.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong clock. Yeah. 8 minutes.
8.
Boy, that 4 minutes went by fast.
I know.
That's quick.
I know 3 hours goes by fast when you're having fun.
Well, here
having fun. It's another
we could all show our Whitney Houston collections. That won't take much time.
Here's mine.
Yeah, but my Taylor Swift.
That's what we do.
Yeah. You won't find any Lady Gaga here either.
No.
Nope. No chance.
No. But I do have Kelly Clarkson. Ew.
Well, I don't have anything like that.
Oh,
I got Diana Ross and the Supremes.
well, that's good, but Kelly Clarkson.
I got Pat Benatar.
That's not a desperation buy.
I got
Kelly
Margaret
Clarkson is a desperation buy.
and Smokey Robinson.
No, that's not very desperation either.
No.
Why
No. No.
Now I'll believe the intro.
Yeah, the long intro video.
You watched the whole show backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, well, name your worst Guess Who songs.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, now see, that's clickbait right there. Anytime any video with worst in the title is clickbait, as far as
so the ones I wouldn't say worst, but the ones I don't like. I'm not crazy about Clap for the Wolfman. I think it's just gimmicky. They've done some sort of novelty songs in their albums that, I'm not like, they're fun. They're fun to have on the album, but they're not songs that I just go listen to, like One Man Army and stuff like that. I just but I can't really think. See, here's the thing. All right, so this is where my mind is. This is why it's hard for me to answer songs like that, And it's the same for my favorite ones, because when I listen to them, I listen to the whole album. I'm not listening to songs. I'm listening to the package, and I sort of gauge it as the package and not picking in the individual songs. That's me. That's how I listen to my music. So that's why I've always been an album guy. I don't buy that many singles, because to me I'm album oriented. So if I'm looking at an album of track listings, I'm looking at the whole package. I'm not
I'm a singles guy.
I'm not looking at the individual songs. So it's hard for me to answer a question like that, because I'm not wired that way. That's best I can do.
David Gilmour will never appear on this channel, no matter how. You can say his name backwards. It's like that Superman villain that you have to make him say their name backwards to get rid of them.
Well, his name backwards would be Iramlig.
Something like that.
Iramlig would be his name backwards. Iramlig.
Yeah, but L-I-G is lig.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Iramlig.
Iramlig. That's his name backwards.
I know. The best Tom Petty album is Greatest Hits.
Yeah, Greatest Hits.
That doesn't count. Greatest Hits never counted the best album. Sorry.
And the Torpedoes.
Well, I think the best Tom Petty album is Full Moon Fever, but that's not a Heartbreakers album.
Okay. So,
it's all the same.
yes.
It's got Tom Petty on it to the Tom Petty album.
Well, no, but he specifically said Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and I'm not sure about that.
David Gilmour watches these streams like, yeah, I don't think so.
Because he's got nothing better to do with his time like us.
No. I think that's a fallacy. I don't think so. No. I don't think so. Okay. Anyway, we're coming up to the last couple minutes. So,
If you live in the U.S., enjoy your Memorial Day.
Is there anything I haven't done yet? Is there anything we have?
Did you do the album of the week?
Yeah.
No,
Oh yeah, that's right. You did that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you who missed, it was I poo.
Oh, you poo.
I want to wish Billy Joel.
I poo, you poo, we all poo.
No, I want to do that.
Mhm.
If you don't know, Billy Joel has had a brain operation.
Sort of like snap.
He's supposed to recover. He's supposed to be fine, but
That could be another name for Tim: Snap, Crackle, and Poo.
anyway, my best wishes got to Joel today.
Okay.
Wish him well.
So I forgot about Billy Joel. Is he gonna? You said he's gonna be okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be okay. He wants to continue the tour, make up the tour, and blah blah blah. But the doctor said not for a few months. Just take it easy. So that's what he's gonna do.
Okay. So
Yeah.
get well, Billy Joel.
Getting older, eh? That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, he slimmed down a lot, and he doesn't sit at the piano for the whole show anymore like he did for years. He gets up and does his Billy Joel stuff, and it's great to see. And I don't want him to have to go back.
He doesn't do jumping jacks anymore.
No, but he doesn't just sit at the piano and never get up like he did for a while. So
Yeah.
Well, too bad about Billy Joel.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
Yeah. Oh,
Just gotta start looking after himself.
all of them. All of them. Okay. Well, I think we just about used up 3 hours here, pretty much.
Mhm.
So, like
Easy for you to say.
I'm getting all hooked up.
You didn't have any yap today.
Yeah, I know. I'm missing my yap. So anyway,
It's the emotional part of the show.
I know. So please, I'd like to thank all the Jeff Kendalls and the Tim Allens and the girl and the rest for being here, and
Enjoy
all
your
the wonderful people over there who have typed in here. Yeah, so like, thank you all. Maybe you'll come back and we'll do this again on Thursday. Wouldn't that be nice? Yes, that would be wonderful.
until then.
Brian Wilson, who just sits at the piano.
Yeah.
So happy Memorial Day to everyone,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll see you again soon. Au revoir.
That's all, folks. Good night.